You know what? This didn't work too well, did it? If you flip the camera this way? Hold on a second. Hmm. Got 3 people. Hey, you know what? Let me do something. Let me cut this video out and let me come back on because I don't have the phone wasn't flipped, so I can get a side view. You know what I'm saying? Or I can leave it like it is. I already got people in here, you know. But anyway, hey, what's going on, Nez? Good to see you in here, man. I am doing a live video from skilled nursing. Anyway, I cut myself shaving here and I cut myself down here. So yeah, I nicked my lip up here. I thought I got it. I couldn't believe I nicked. Yeah, it really sucks. But anyway, it is what it is. But I thought I would just come live. I was watching, what was I doing? I was watching football. And I guess there was just one game on today, I guess. Well, actually there was 2 games, but they didn't show the second game. So I don't know what happened. I watched, the Buffalo Bills play on Monday Night Football. And there's supposed to be another football game on too, but who knows? No, I'm feeling okay. My foot's almost healed up. I got a little spot about that big to heal up. So I'm staying here I'm going to be here a week longer. I was trying to hire the mechanic that I was using for my RV to move stuff to the front, to the back, and back to the front because I wanted to spray the RV really well. I have a guy that's coming out Thursday, but anyway, I need him to leave the keys in a specific place, you know, so the guy can find it, you know, inspect it real good, and then, you know, give me an estimate what it's going to cost to, you know, spray the whole thing. Anyway, but so really good. Yeah, I want to get this thing done really well. Since I took the couch out and did a few things, so we'll see how it turns out. But then after that, I'm trying to get this just a little push, but you know I can't get the people I've known all these years to give me the little push I need. You know, they're the only ones, and they simply do not want to help me. You know, and I'm just, you know, who do you find? You know, there's nobody to find really. Think about it. No. There's well in the PT, you know, where you do the exercise stuff and rehabilitation. Yeah, there is. You know, there's some. You know, but I don't get in. I mean, they're 20, early 20s. It's shoot. I'm an old man. I don't think like that. You know, I'm too old. You know, I'm not, like I said, when you hit. Well, I know it does that Revelator, but you got to do what you got to do, you know. You know, sometimes, and also just think, sometimes you have to die in this world too. You know, sometimes it's best to go. You know, sometimes, you know, there's a door, and sometimes you just go through that door. But I've been through that door once. Looks like I'll go through it again. I got Uninspirational Nomad in here. 60, I don't feel 60. I mean, you know what? I'm seeing a foot doctor. I seen one today. I'm going to get back with him. So, when it cools off and the weather's cool, which, when is that, I'm in Phoenix right now. Oh, I'm actually in Scottsdale, Arizona right now. So, Scottsdale it is. Yeah, that sucks. I cut myself 2 places. Man, I got myself under the chin, too. Now, the blades are just horrible. You see, I'm used to using an electric, but my friend took my electric razor from me after I spent $100 on it, those are the new things that was, some of the things I use, to get all my stuff out of my RV that's of value. So I have to, I guess they thought, sometimes they think you're going to die, and they think, okay, well, if he dies, then I have all of his good stuff, and it'll be mine. But no, it doesn't. But here I am, so I need my stuff back in the thing, So basically, I got to get a hold of the guy so he can get the stuff back inside the RV. But I got to line this stuff up with it because I have to absolutely be out of here. I got to get the heck out of Phoenix. It's just too freaking hot. I mean, literally. I mean, I would see, Revelator. I wish I had your help. See, if I wish I had your help, because I told the other guy I'd pay him $1,000 to do it right. If he does it right, he get paid $1,000. We're just talking 2 hours worth of work, $1,000. I mean, I don't know. I guess he said the hot weather is just too much for him to get paid $1,000. So I don't know. $1,000 for 2 hours, that's $500 an hour. That's pretty good money. It's more than the lawyer makes, So anyway, let's see what do we got here. And then let's see, they may have been, but I don't know. Depends how hot the thing got, But I wanted to hire an exterminator anyway, but I needed to move stuff in and out, or from one spot to another for the guy, so he could do what he's got to do. But it's or the heat treatment, or whatever they got to do. It's just I got to make sure that thing's done correctly. Just have to. I don't. But they, the so-called friends, they're not trying to help me. They're trying to hurt me. They would love to see me die. I don't know what the deal is on that. But, they're just, like I said, when I came all the way down from Flagstaff. I could have just came down here and just got a motel for a week and just let the thing heat up, and just do that. But that's probably what I should have done, Who else we got in here? We got Sean, American Patriots. We got Janice Lala in here. We got Nez in here. Who else we got? I'm going to check. Hold on, let me just take a look. Revelator Phoenix is in the house. We got, see who else is in here. Mayhem is in the house, yeah. What else we got? Let me see. Charles Tenol is in the house. The only one we're missing is probably... Who are we missing? Probably missing Judith, right? Judith. She was really vicious to me the last time she came. The last few times she came in here, So I'm not so sure she's, right for the channel, We got Laura Stevenson's Life. What's going on, man? We got Joni Portwood in the house too, man. We got a few people in here, so I don't come in here, that much, but I come in here as much as I can feel like coming in here, I was talking to a guy, let's see, Lebowski is Mia. Let's see. Okay, we got a few people saying hi to a few other people, which is okay, which is fine with me. That's all cool stuff. And then I was watching a guy doing a live. I like watching this guy do his live videos in Las Vegas on Fremont Street. What's that guy's name? Some other me. The channel's called Some Other Me. Pretty good channel. You know, the guy's got 15,000 subs and he's rocking and rolling. Who else is, what's another channel that really wants to grow hardcore? But you know what? You could get all those subs. It doesn't matter how many subs you got. It just matters on how many views you get. How you get paid is by the views. But yeah, The Other Me, yeah, good channel. Yeah, I like going into his channel. Yeah, I'm in his channel all the time. You know, he mentions my name all the time. What I do is I go, hey, support RV Davey channel. You know, RV Davey Paranormal channel too, which is basically the same channel. And then there's Vegas VTech. Vegas DTech I like watching that dude too. He's got a good channel. He likes to cover the stuff on Las Vegas. He likes, which makes sense. He lives in Las Vegas, and he likes to cover the lake and how the lake's doing. I guess they have an answer for the water on how they're going to fill the lake back up. Who knows what they say they have an answer for that. Who knows? I know Phoenix, Arizona. And the Phoenix area has enough water. I know that. Let's see, Sticks. Let's see, he has 400K subs. 400K subs. You know the what's the guy's name? God, what is his name? The Raccoon Whisperer. What's his name? Blackwood. James Blackwood. Really good channel too. He feeds raccoons, and he's a old guy, right? He's older than me, and anyway, some lady kept making comments in his channel, and then what it turns out to be that she wants to come visit him, right? So she comes visit the guy. So she does that, and next thing I hear is that he's getting married to her, Next thing I know, he's got his arms around her and he's like kissing her, And then next thing, like I said, they were saying, hey, here's my ring, It was a big ring, man. Looked like at least I don't know how many carats, but I would say it was at least 2.5 to 3 carat ring. So I don't know what rings cost diamond wise. I'm not an expert at it. Who am I to be the expert? Anyway, so somebody said, well, you could find love on YouTube. I said, what chances of that? Huh?
It's Carmen.
Oh, is that the nose stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can only get to do a squirt?
Yeah.
Or you have to do it?
Yeah. Did you get it?
No, didn't come out.
It did. Okay, split it.
Let me try this. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, it came out. Thank you.
Okay, I got some stuff in my nose. Okay. Yeah, that should help me clear up my nose. There we go. Got some of that nasal spray. That should, what do you call it? The seasonal allergies are bothering me at this time of the year for some reason. That it usually happens twice a year for me, but other people, I'm not so sure. Laura Stevens' life. What is going on? Let's see, Laura, he doesn't have any material yet. Then his camera quit working. Whose camera quit working? See that's another thing. I've got a very expensive camera I bought, and I'm gonna say he's gonna become a former friend. He has the camera now. It's gonna be interesting to see, because I let them know that hey, I took a picture of everything, so everything of value. There's a projector, nice camera, and actually 2 cameras, a GoPro, and then the other camera, which could be used for the paranormal. I could get another tripod and have 2 camera angles, or 1 camera in one room and 1 camera in another. I'm going to see if I can do a something. I'd have to get a chair. But the place is called used to be the Loft again in Phoenix, Arizona. So I don't know. I don't think I could do it like right now because it's just too hot. But when everything cools down and I kind of come back here to do the doctor, when I go see the foot doctor and stuff, I can then, do a paranormal investigation at that, because that used to be the actual bar, the Loft again, but they've moved across the street, and that facility's haunted severely. So, and it's got there's more than just ghosts in there. It's actually a lot of what do you call it? There's a lot of paranormal extra activities going on there, where there's infestation going on, and then infestation turns into God. There's two other stages. The last stage, of course, is possession. But the first stage is infestation. But the first infestation's when people or entities, you can hear things like walking and talking, and that's infestation. And the very dangerous part of it is the possession part, because possession's when the entity actually wants to overtake you, and you got to be strong to withstand and hold against whatever evil forces there are, basically. So, but anyway, those. But see, if I do, I can't really do this by myself. I'm gonna have to get somebody else in on it, But and it's gonna be scary. There's no doubt about it, because they're gonna spend the night at a haunted place. So there'll be a couple things going on. So let's see. Go looking for trouble. Let's see, Laura. Let's see. Biden stopped the rain to punish the ultra MAGA voters. There's a lot of MAGA voters out there. If any of you were to go on to Facebook, especially on my channel, it doesn't necessarily have to be in mine, but I see people that I went to elementary school with, and they're big MAGA voters, big time. Oh yeah, big time. Kerry Lake, Masters, I think, is going to win in Arizona, and he's bad news for Social Security. So anybody that's on Social Security disability, prepare to lose it, because that dude's going to take it. And that's going to be a bad day, I'm telling you. It'll be a sad day when that happens. Let's see. Walking and talking and laughing aloud, dreaming of things that you want will work out. Let's see. Uninspirational nomad. Trump's probably going to win the 2024, unless he gets charged with something. It doesn't look like he's going to be, though. So, Ted Cruz? No, Ted Cruz can't win. I don't see him running. I don't see him running for president, actually. But, I don't know. The next 4 years could be detrimental, because Russia's really starting to pound Ukraine right now. They're going to take that country. There's no doubt. There's nothing anybody can do to stop it. And when they do that, then they're marching further. Unless, I guess they could get their Soviet Union back. I guess there's always that. I guess there's always the chance, you know. You know, if they. It's funny because they're taking so long to beat this country. That's really nothing, you know. Why is it taking so long? They should have taken the Capitol in like 2 days, really. Even the first day, but did they? No, they did not. So my question is, why is it taking so long? I did watch Dave's RV Life though. He's got 1,000 watts of solar on his roof, and he put one of those big, what do you call it, fans? What do you call it? What do you call those fans for Revelator? You know what I'm talking about? What are they called? Let's see. You should sub Ted Cruz channel. That guy's amazingly patriotic. He's a lawyer. I could say he's a lawyer for sure. He knows law, if anything. So I guess he should know the Constitution then, right? So I don't. Has Trump actually said he's going to run? Because I don't know. I haven't heard nothing really. Let's see, Max Airfans. Yeah, that's it. That's what he has, a Max Airfan. He had the one in the van when he bought the van, and he just took it out, put a plate cover or something on that order. He put one of the regular vents from the RV and took that out and put it in the van. That's what he did. But he has to put the cover back over it, so rain doesn't go or get inside the van. But yeah, he's got like I think, what is it, 500 watts of solar on the van, and he's got like I said, 1,000 watts. But he bought the residential refrigerator too that he put in. See, he didn't really show a video of putting that in. He kind of showed it taking it out, but not when it was the new one went in. He didn't really show that. I wish he would have, because I wanted to pay somebody to put a residential fridge in mine. I've got 360 plus 190, so I currently have 550 watts of solar on the RV. That's how much solar's on that. But I would like to take the batteries out of the lower section, and I don't know, I'd sell those to somebody used, and I would go ahead and buy lithium. There's what's it called? I'm trying to think of the lithium brand that one of the other Nomads has. Dr. Prepare, that's it. Dr. Prepare has the batteries. I'm not sure what they weigh, but each those batteries are like basically $400 a piece, which is a pretty good price, and it's a 10-year warranty on them. That certainly would do. If I had 3 of those with what I've got up on that would take care of, especially for the winter. It's very important to get your charge of solar like the first couple hours, because you got to remember during the winter months you got half. You're talking you're dark. It goes dark at about what, 5 o'clock. So 4:30 it starts getting dark. So, and that's the reality fact of matters. Whereas during the summer months you could still be charging till 7 o'clock, which is quite some time that you have, really. Yeah, everybody's buying land. We'll see. I've got the fifth wheel on mine, but the problem is if I was more mobile, which who knows, I might end up just keeping the land and not selling it. But I would love to sell it because I would like to get property in Quartzsite. I like either Quartzsite or There's a couple other towns. Trying to think of the other one. It's you go through Quartzsite, and there's another town that goes a little further east, and I can't remember what the name of that town is. But anyway, there's, like I said, 2 or 3 towns to look into. But I've looked, and God, if I could just sell mine for, I can't let it go for way cheap, because I need to have enough to get a roof over my head, for goodness sake, That's the biggest fight I have right now. It's just get a roof over my head, and it'd be nice to be in Quartzsite, because then I could just go do let's say a 14-day camp, and then I'm just minutes away from going home, So that's an option there. You got to check out Eric, the properties he's looked at. Eric, oh no, you talking about Eric, Nomadic Fanatic? With the properties up in Show Low? Or what's that? So I don't want to be by Camper Van Kevin. Don't want to be over there. I'd rather be in Quartzsite, to be honest with you. That'd be the place. Little house off grid inspired me to sell my house of 30 years, and then COVID-19 hit and everyone started to panic buying, and now everything is way overpriced, and I think what I've got is just priced just right, because what I paid for it, and I'm basically selling it, for the same almost for the same price, but it's got more to it. I've got the shipping container on it. What else I got? I've got the fifth wheel sitting on it too, so those things are there, But yeah, and whoever, I don't know, the previous guy, he owned that thing, and he just dumped it on the property, and it's got propane. I got a water tank out there, So there's room for improvement on the property, but it's pretty good. You can get a composting, set up a composting toilet. You're good. Get a compost toilet going, and you got a pretty good setup out there. Let's see how. Now Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, just bought land also near CVK. Well, see, that's all Show Low, and basically that's. I'm trying to think of the town or the county there. I think it's Apache County. I think it's Concho. Where they live is not Show Low. It's actually, the town is actually called Concho. And I've been out there, and I get the opportunity to buy an acre or 2 out there as well. I knew a guy that had a property out there. He probably sold it now, but yeah, the guy had a mobile home, but he wanted too much money for it. He redid the whole. He actually remodeled the entire, inside of it, and I don't know what he did to the outside or the roof, or I don't know any of that, but he was asking like $70K for the actual. Actually, what was it? 70. Altogether, it was like $150,000 he was asking. So, which was, the other guy, oh, you should buy it. 160. Yeah, I can't pull that off. If I can't pay cash for it, I'm not doing it. I pay cash for everything. Davey, incorporated land in northern Arizona's desert wasteland, no water, no electricity. See, I do have electricity on my property. That I do have, and it's also been tested for septic. So you could it's been tested for general septic, which is standard, which most places in there, if you're going to put septic in, you can't dig further than like 3 feet down in the ground because you're hitting rock. And you can't drill for water because water is 5,000 feet down. You could, but it would cost you well over $1 million to drill the water to put a well in. You know, you could always get 20 people to go try to help pay for a well, and it wouldn't be so expensive, and everybody could tap into that water source. You know, that's one thing you can do. Several things you could do, but that's one of them. Let's see, solar is useless in Shiloh when it's 10 degrees. I'll tell you, northern Arizona, and here's my take on it. I've stayed in northern Arizona in this Flagstaff area for basically the whole summer almost. Wish I could have stayed a little longer. Just didn't turn out that way. But anyway, Concho land was $1,000 an acre before. I forget what it is. It's more than I've seen 1 acre for sale for anywhere in the Phoenix area. An acre is going to cost you about $100,000 minimum for 1 acre, just 1 acre. But you can drill for water, and there is water. But I'll tell you what, there's not going to be much because things are really, really, really drying up, and it's not I wouldn't say very good at this point in time. But yep, so that's the direction that we're heading. You know, we got 8 people now, so we don't have the big crowd that we had earlier. But what did I get? 12, 13? I think I got 14 people in here. Let's see, strawberry and pine wells are going dry. There's a guy that came into my Facebook that said that they had a well out there on their property, that they drilled a well. They drilled it themselves. So, yeah, who knows? Yeah, who the heck knows? So there's only 1 game of Monday Night Football, and I thought there's going to be 2 games tonight. When they start off the Monday Night Football season, usually they give you 2 games. But this year, they didn't do 2 games. It's only 1. So basically, if you're into football, we got chipped because we didn't get our money's worth out of it. So anyway, let's see, Concho land. Yeah. Oh, you know who bought Concho land was Caravan Carolyn. She bought Concho land. I guess it's like a mile from CVK. She wanted to be as close to him as she could, you know. I don't know what her deal is with Ron, you know, that guy Ron. Maybe, I guess they bought the land together. So maybe they're an item, you know, Ron and Caravan Carolyn. They seem to be pretty close. You know, he went on the cruise with her, and he bought land with her. I mean, what's going on there, man? Something's going on, right? I think they got a hookup, huh? Just like if you watch the guy, the Raccoon Whisperer, he's got a hookup too. He's got his honey feeding the raccoons now that he's out there, and things are working out well for the guy, you know. Well, I commend him, man. I'm happy for the guy. Congratulations. You know, I definitely congratulated him, you know, so for the very nice job. You know, he put the move on her, that's what, you know, if you got a woman coming over, you know, and they're coming over, they're not coming over for you know, to get some strawberries, you know. They're coming over for the grapes, and they're coming over for everything, you know. And that's just how it is. You got to woo them, you know. And he definitely wooed her really quick. And that's what he had to do. And he it's like going fishing, you know. You catch the fish, and that's what you get, you know. What do you got? 5 people? Yeah, we went way down. So I lost all the people in here. All I got left is Revelator Phoenix. Who else we got in here? Robert Austin. I don't know if he's still here. So Nomadic Fanatic, that's surprising that he'd buy land, you know. But you know what? You got to have a place to go. You got to have a place when it starts getting hot. You know, so either way, winter, summer, just like the song says, winter, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Gotta be a friend. Do 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 do. Gotta be a friend. Do 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 do. Yeah, that was you know who did that? That was what's his name? Boy, I'm going blank today. I cannot think of his name. The guy that did that. You Got a Friend. He had all kinds of hits. He wasn't a one-hit wonder. He was like a 100-hit wonder, you know. James Taylor. Yeah, James Taylor did that. He was a good songwriter, man. Great acoustic player. Great folk guitar legend, I would say. 7 people in the house. We went up a couple. Let's see. But yeah, people are making, you know, and then next, you know what, Butterfly Gypsy will be buying property next. That'll be the next person. But she'll probably buy hers right by Aja's place. Because she's good friends with Aja. So I'm sure that's how that turns out. But yeah, for me, you know, I'm going to have to head out to Quartzsite. Cottonwood doesn't sound very good right at this moment. They're really just shutting all the campsites, all the places to go. But actually, you could go to Sedona and hang in Sedona. I think that's like 20 miles. I'll have to calculate the miles from Sedona to Cottonwood. I forgot, there is one spot in Cottonwood that are close to. It's in Cornville. But yeah, it's a 14-day stay. So yeah, you can go camp there for 14 days. And you go to Sedona for 14. And then you just kind of go back and forth. So you could do that. That's an option too. For about a month until it cools down just a little bit more, you know. I think that's what I might do. I mean, I just got to calculate the miles from Cornville. Cornville to Sedona they're basically right next to one another. Cornville's just on the tip of the ice, you know, outskirts of Cottonwood. But you're very close to Cottonwood. But there is one place that I still might go to and hang there for a couple of days. Just for a couple of days. But I used to be able to hang there for a month or two, but we'll see. I'll play it by ear and see if and then I'm familiar with the people that are up there because they're familiar with me. I just go do their karaoke over there, but yeah, they know of me. So, but yeah, I don't think they know my YouTube channel. They just know of me. But I will certainly hit that area for sure. Why not? Yeah, why not? Right, Revelator, we just hit that area. You know, you should come out there too, man. That's beautiful out there. First you hit First, I'd say we hit Cottonwood. And we go right behind the restaurant. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name of the restaurant. It's right next to Big K5. And then there's also a auto parts store right there. First it goes the auto parts, the Mexican restaurant, and then the other place, which is the Big Five. So, but the Mexican restaurant is really good. They got great food, great tacos. Everything's good there. So, something to take note of, And then we can go sing karaoke, man. You can go watch me knock out a few tunes, or you can join in, Revelator. Grab a microphone and join in. Might as well join in on fun, right? Fun in the sun at the Chaparral Bar, and then we can go over to the what's the other place? Boy, I'm trying to think. The main stage lounge. Yeah, and then if you go to up the road, there's another place. So they don't do karaoke, but they got dancing. But of course, I can't dance anymore. But maybe someday, maybe just someday, I might be able to dance again. Who knows? I seen some guy that had my condition and had some special boots that hold his feet in place, and it keeps his feet at a 90, so he could actually walk. But he has to use a walk like one of those, not a. It's basically like a what do you call it? It's like a wand, basically, or stem or whatever. He's got like a hiking stem, so he's got one of those. It kind of goes up high. It's adjustable. The guy's got one of those. I noticed that when I was in the doctor's office. He's over at like 3rd Street and Bethany Home Road. Really nice shopping plaza. Like I said, at least I know where his office is now, With the walker, if I get dropped off, it's important that I thought I was going to be upstairs, so I went upstairs. And luckily for me, there was an elevator, so not too bad there, right? Not too bad. I watched the Cardinal game, the Roach Ranch. Anyway, I watched the Cardinal game, and that was interesting, The first half was just, I thought, what, I'm just going to watch the whole game. I don't care if they get crushed. Because they got crushed the first game. Came back the second game and got crushed the first half. Second half, the Cardinals actually played, they actually made an effort. Not that they were going to win, but they made such an effort that they scored, enough touchdowns, and then they went for 2-point conversions on each one, and with no time left on the clock practically. When they went back to hike the ball, there was no time left on the clock, and then they pulled off the victory. So it was impressive watching the Raiders lose. And then I told the people from Las Vegas on that live stream, I talked about the Cardinal win, and they didn't want to talk about it. Of course they don't want to talk about it. Why not? Because they lost. And they got, that's the worst loss you could take, is the last play of the game, and you score. If you don't score, the other team wins. You score, then you win. And that's like taking the air out of the, chucking the air out of the balloon, basically. So it's one of those things. But one thing I'm glad about, I'm just glad that other channel, that lady used to try to really hurt me. Anyway, she's trying to grow her channel. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was trying so hard. She tries every week, almost every day, to grow that channel. But one thing you got to realize, I'm at 1,000. I forget what I'm at. I'm just under 1,200, just under 1,200 subs. But once you get there, you don't make any money. It's all about the views. If you get the views, and I don't get the big views. If I could find something that could get better views, I guess that could be better for me. But it is what it is. I take what I can get. Well, I'm not a dancing machine. No, my younger days, yeah, I could have. I was a dancer, actually. I remember meeting this lady in Cottonwood. And anyway, I was with the table. It was with 2 guys, myself, one lady. Anyway, this other guy was dancing with this other lady. Seems like she had her eyes set on this guy. And this other lady, the other guy that I knew from the camp, he was dancing with the lady. And then, you know what she said? She actually told that guy, and that guy told me, you know, that lady that's danced with me, she said she really likes you, you know. And he did everything he could to keep me away so I wouldn't get her, you know. See, if he couldn't have her, he wasn't going to let me have her either. I notice that happens a lot, you know, when you're out and about. But, you know, well, I'll never forget that night. It was a really cold night when we went back into camp. Oh, it was brutal, you know, because it had snowed like a week, 2 weeks before. So there's still snow on the ground. There was like, that dumped like a foot of snow out there. So, you know, we were buried. I was buried in snow. I've even got it on video of it snowing, and I'm stepping out of the RV and didn't have to worry about the ice chest with ice. It never melted. Everything got solid, iced over. Everything turned into ice cubes. There was 2 football games. What was the other game? What channel was it on? They weren't on the same. They weren't on the same TV program. They weren't on Monday Night Football. I know I seen the one game, but the Buffalo game, but I didn't see what was it, Philadelphia? Who won that game? Philadelphia? I'm not sure who won the second game. Bills won, yeah, on ESPN. And then, was it but Monday Night Football's ESPN, so who played on that? Besides the Bills. Yeah, I know the Bills won. I was just wondering who won the other, what other team played. I swear I thought it was Philadelphia and who else was it? Philly and somebody. I just couldn't remember who the other team was. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, I know they won. I just don't know who they beat. Football's an ancient Roman sport of fat. Pets. You're funny, Revelator. You're funny on this one. I can tell Revelator Phoenix is not a football fan. Oh, the Vikings. So the Vikings lost, huh? So the Vikings are what? One loss and one. All the teams. I don't think there's a undefeated team anymore. I think every team out there has lost one. I think they're all 1-1. Oh, except for Buffalo. Buffalo is actually 2-0. So I take that back. There is somebody undefeated, but they're in the AFC. The NFC, I'm not so sure about. I'm going to have to look into that. I haven't really dug down deep on that one yet, but I certainly will. It used to be called the Smear. Oh, man, that's funny. Man, Revelator, you should be on a comedy stage, man. You're pretty funny, man. You're pretty funny. Funny. But yeah, I mean, I got, yeah, it's like, yeah, Revelator, I'd hire you for doing my RV if you can get everything like out of it, you know, and then put everything back, and I could be inside the RV and I could tell you where everything goes, and you know, I'll pay you good, you know. I could pay you a couple $100, you know, to do that if it's worth your time. I really need to get it done because I'm getting out not this Tuesday, not tomorrow, but I'm getting out the next Tuesday. And then I got to hit the road, man. And I'll meet up with you too. Yeah, I'll meet up with, like we were up in there in the Flagstaff at the over at the good old Cracker Barrel, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't look like a 60-year-old man, do I? Do I look like I'm 60? Some lady in here told me I look like I was 50. I'm like, wow, really? I look like I'm 50? That's pretty nice, huh? It would have been nice to be told I looked like I was 40, you know, or 45, you know. 45 in a 60-year-old man's body, you know. But yeah, if I get the feet working again, if I could just get one working foot. But the guy's got to tighten up on the right foot. He's going to have to either get it working or fuse it because it's just too loose. Everything's got to be tightened up. And when it's like I said, it wobbles like the dickens, you know. So yeah, Vikings. I've never been impressed with the quarterback of the Vikings, Kirk Cousins. I don't think he does justice for that team. He'll get you some wins. Yeah, I think he makes them, you know, a compatible team. They compete. That's one thing I can always say. The Vikings always have been competitors, but they've never been a team to get over the edge, you know what I'm saying, to make it to the big game, you know. They get in the playoffs and they get whooped. They get kicked to the side real quick. Yeah, that's the thing about the Vikings. But Philadelphia, they're a much improved team. I'd say they probably got the biggest shot at Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles and the Cowboys. I think the Eagles have the edge. I'm not impressed with the Cowboys, though they lost their quarterback for 6 to 8 weeks, and then they lost who else? Who else lost a player? San Francisco. San Francisco lost their starting quarterback to an broken ankle. So basically, he's going to the same kind of doctor I'm going to, foot and ankle. That's how that system works, you know. Just stating facts. Well, yeah, I know, Revelator. I know you got some facts going on there. I don't ever argue your facts, you know. Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion, you know. It's one thing I can say. Herm Edwards, ASU they fired that dude. You know, he was a hell of a coach, you know. Wasn't he? I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Davey, I told you to call the day labor and hire somebody who has a family to feed. Day labor. Yeah, I guess I can try to get one of those guys. But the problem is I'm in here, right? I need to get somebody while I'm in here and have the thing done. You know, so I need somebody that I know, you know. That's somebody, one of those guys is somebody I can't really, they can rip everything off out of the RV, you know what I'm saying? They can do that. And then I would, you know. The only thing would be is when I get out, the next Tuesday, I would pray and hope and pray that the temperatures or less, you know, like 85 degrees out. But yeah, it definitely have to be done early in the morning, like 6. Basically the sun's up at what time now? About 7. So yeah, I gotta look at the temperatures and compare and see where the temperatures are. Day labor, I think those guys start at like 7. So yeah, there's one up on Cave Creek Road. It's right up the street from where, you know, Chris lives. So I don't know. It's something to look into. But I got to get that thing done. It's got to be. I was hoping. I told Chris I'd pay him $1,000. I told Chris I'd pay him $1,000. I'd pay him $500 up front. And you know, that's pretty good money. $1,000 for. You know, the quicker you get the job done, the better it is. That's a lot of money, you know. I'll pay somebody $1,000 just to, you know, clear up the RV, you know, move things, and I could probably do I don't know. I'd like to put, where I want to do is put stuff in the main section, which is the oversleeper, right? But the problem with that is it's too hard for me to get all that stuff down. That's the hard part. Once I get it up there. But I'd have to put everything up there. Well, first of all, I would let the guy spray up above the sleeper because it's empty. Spray that entire thing really well. Take the cushions, kind of move them around a little bit, swish them around, and then spray that, and spray the front seats, and under the seats and the carpet all in the front. Get that carpet really drenched, really good. I've got some of the same stuff they're probably using. Same kind of bug spray, but I'll definitely get the front section first. And problem is, here's the problem. It smells really bad. It's hard to breathe. Really hard to breathe, man. I'd have to sit down. I mean, literally, it's a 3-day thing. You got to move one side, everything, and spray, and let it kind of die out a little bit. After you spray real heavily, and but the best part that you can do is actually have them run. Let it, heat the thing up. Just get the thing, hot, on one end of it and hot in the other, and push the heat around for a day. Hold on a second. Let me get the. Yeah, they're basically. Let's see. But yeah, heat is what kills the damn things, basically. So you get the thing. I already got it heated up for 3 days. It's a black tank. No, black tank's not overflowing. No. It could go another 2 weeks, but that's not an issue. It's not an issue for that. It's just it's just getting everything in position and spraying. The best thing is where you push, where the overhead sleeper is. That's the main thing to do first, and everything in the front seat up in there too. And then what you do, once you get all that done, then you move that stuff. Then you can put the stuff up there because you sprayed it really good. So you store all that other stuff up there as much as you can, and then put all the rest. Let me see. What happened? What is that? Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me do something. There we go. But anyway, let's see how we can do this. Let me get what I can read here. We got 5 people in the house. Don't have a whole lot of people. Joni Portwood came in for 2 seconds, and she was out. They come in for a couple seconds, and then they bail out. That's how it is. You know how it is. You know how it is. Let's see, Herm. Yeah, I want to get back to the football. Herm Edwards. He got fired. And ASU lost. See, you know what? I used to watch college games, and I just don't get into it anymore. It's simply pro, and that's it. But yeah, Herm Edwards. What did he get? He got canned, and they lost to Eastern Michigan, which is a pathetic football team, basically. And I guess USC and UCLA are leaving the division. This is their last year, and they're moving on to another division. I'm not sure where it is, but Arizona State wants to go in the same one, and I don't see that happening. I just don't. So that's not going to work worth a darn. But so I'm just trying to get that RV situated so that it's sprayed and then heat treated. The biggest thing is heat treat it. I'll pay. You know, I got a guy that's going to pay for the bug spray. You know, he just said, give me the bill and I'll pay it. So I've got that going for me. So, but anyway, what I don't have is, you know, the help. Is a helper, you know. I was hoping Chris would do it because I know him and he knows me, and you know, I don't know. He really is just not wanting to help at all. He really don't. He doesn't want to help. I mean, he helps some. I mean, he took a heater out that I needed out, and he plugged up patched up the propane line that was coming through there, because the propane goes in to that heater line, you know. So that had to be plugged up, and then the refrigerator one has to be plugged up too, because you know, that refrigerator is still in there, and that might be leaking right there. I didn't even think about it. Could potentially be leaking there, and I just, you know, just a small leak. It's a possibility. It may have been patched, but you know, it's just something I haven't really looked at. You know, I'm going to have to take a close look at it. But it's kind of hard for me to, on that part of the RV, to look, because I need a chair to be sitting there too, because I'm going to be too tired to sit there, you know, and try to patch things up, you know. Well, I need somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, you know. That's what I do need. So, Chris could probably patch that up. I probably should have had him do it, you know. I go, hey, patch up the propane line for the refrigerator. Disconnect all the lines off the refrigerator that was in there, and then plug up the existing. Maybe I can still get him to do that. I'm going to have to ask him that, because that's important. If he could at least do that, you know, I could maybe, just maybe, I could get that frickin' thing out myself. I'd have to really, that'd be a big effort, but maybe I could do it, you know. So, but that's just part of getting ready to get, you know, it just, God, if the weather was just cooler. But yeah, if I had all the you know, insecticide stuff done, you know, that would be good off, you know, for me. And then you know, if I'm up north and do it, then that would be better, you know. Yeah, if I can go to, I don't know, but maybe I can find a handyman up there and see if they can cap that refrigerator line off and get it out. I could pay them to take the damn thing out, and then I can go to Home Depot and buy a residential refrigerator and have them put it in. That's always the option too. And I'd get a much bigger refrigerator. I think that'd be better. You know, that Revelator, that'd be the better way to go. Got 6 people in here. Got the 007 Arizona 123, and looks like it's just us guys here and there. So, but yeah, getting a few things accomplished. Trying to accomplish what I can, and gotta make sure I got my camera. Yeah, I figured I'd see just warn the laborers to throw their clothes away so they don't bring. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing about bringing people in like that, because, you know, then you could just be bringing stuff back that you're just trying to clear up, you know. Pesticides cut, you might need I sprayed that thing by myself, Revelator. I mean, I had stuff from Walmart that I bought, and that stuff choked me like you wouldn't believe. That stuff is some pretty strong stuff. I had the bombs. You know, I got like 10 bombs. So, you know, and you know, there's a closet, you know, in the back. I think the thing's probably empty, but the water needs to go back in there. I wanted to put the water in a closet, because then that'll get the water off the floor, and so they'll do that, and that'll be I want to get, as much as I can get into the closet versus, on the floor, and I got stuff in the bathroom that could maybe fit in the closet. It'd be a big if on that. And then I just get rid of a lot of clothes, Just get rid of the clothes and not have that much of that, And that clears the closet up for the stuff for the bathroom. Because I got a big propane tank that's in there. And it's not that much. It's a big bag of something that I'll have to go through and throw a bunch of that stuff away, I figure if I'm not using it, get rid of it, all right? That's always the word of advice. Let's see, I'm watching previews. That was Philadelphia, which I missed that game. I don't know where they played that. They must have played that on the other Monday night. Yeah, they must have played that on ESPN2. That's where they had that. So both games are on at about the same time. The Eagles and the Vikings game. The guy won that game. Win-loss, let's see. Wait, no, that's last year. Last 2 seasons. Trying to look at the record they got there for the Vikings. God, where is it? Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue who won that game. My guess is that the Vikings lost. Let's see, there's a lot of people in Flagstaff asking for money. You're right, there is. You know what the minimum wage got raised up into Flagstaff? You know what it is for Revelator? Take a guess what the minimum wage in Flagstaff is. It just went up. Just recently. They also had an earthquake up there too, by the chance. Yeah, Flagstaff had a small earthquake. It's either lots of people in Flagstaff. Yeah, well, the thing is, the people don't want to work. They just don't want to work. But the minimum wage is $16.80. $16.80. You heard me. I was looking it up. Just went up. Flagstaff's got a much higher minimum wage versus. You're talking $16.80. You wonder why a Burger King, why a Whopper costs $20 for a large. A double Whopper with fries, large drink is $20 even. When I was there, I got a Whopper. I hadn't had one in a long time, and believe me, I wasn't missing much. Their burgers are not that. They're just, I don't know, had a funny taste to it. But anyway, that was Burger King. But I came down here to Phoenix and I had a Whopper, or not a Whopper, but a Whataburger. That was good. That was one of the first things I did, is get a Whataburger. And because I like Whataburger. So, and what else? I went to Red Devil Pizza, So I think I'm all pizzaed out. It's just too much bread. It's a bad thing about pizza. You can't eat the bread because it's just too much for a diabetic person, I mean, I could cover it with insulin, but yeah, I got to get up to Flagstaff, back up there anyway, because I need to get my medications, 3 months supply, and then head down to Sedona, Cornville, and camp in Cornville for 14 days, and be done with that, and then go back over to Sedona. Yeah, Revelator, I think that's the plan for us, to make it, because Flagstaff's going to be too cold, man, at night, and Cottonwood will be just about right. It'll be about 48-ish, 48 degrees for the night, and for the and what's the other? The high will be about 80 and 48. That won't be so bad, We could pull that one off, but you got to get that trailer situated, You know that, Revelator? You got to got to get that warranty's coming up on the 23rd for you. So that's something you got to deal with, you know. Then you got your truck too. You don't know you need your Freons out of that truck. Now I could put Freon in your truck, but you know, I'm not going to charge you $100 like the other guy charged you. I mean, I got to make a few pennies, but you know, I mean, you could just pay for a meal for me, and you know, that'd be good. I'd put the Freon in there. Whiplash. No, I didn't get. No, I did not. Not even. No, why? Why is that? Why would you say that? I'm just talking about things that are got to get done. You know, I know I came down here to get things done, and I didn't get them done. You know, kind of pissed me off in a way. You know, Whiplash. He's in for his semi-monthly $200,000 taxpayer foot washing. I had one guy tell me that, you know, I'm milking the system and I shouldn't get that money, you know. That was the guy on Facebook, and I went to grade school with him, you know. He actually ticked me off. But you know what I did? I just went ahead and agreed with him, you know, and everything. He said he's going to vote for, you know, all the people like Kerry Lake. He's going to vote for Trump. He's going to vote. He's voting for all the. He's MAGA. He's a MAGA guy. I go. Okay, yeah, all right. We'll do that. Whatever. See, Mexico has today in 4.4 felt 30 miles east of Phoenix. 30 miles east of Phoenix felt all the way up the St. George. You know, I didn't feel anything, and I was. You'd think I would have felt. You know what? Actually, I did. I take that back. I was laying in my bed, this bed right here that I'm sitting on, laying on right now. I felt this thing, you know, jolt. You know, I felt a little jolt. You know, it wasn't much, but just enough. But I did feel it. See, our old schoolmate sounds smart. So yeah, I don't care if you guys vote for all that. You know, if you want masters, I mean. You know, you guys would love to see me lose my Social Security disability. I mean, so what? So if I lose it, guess what? Guess what I do? Guess what I do? I die. That's simple as this. I'll be dead. I'll just die on the curb. And that's the way that'll work. And there's nothing more. There's not much more I can do about it. So if everybody gets rid of Social Security, that's it. And forever later, what are you going to do with no Social Security? What are you going to do, man? What's everybody going to do? There's going to be a lot of freaking pissed off, mad people that are going to be sitting on the street with no Medicare, no nothing. So what do, you know? What do you do? We got 12 people. We went up in people here. Maybe Lebowski can take care of your critters. I don't think he's anywhere close to Phoenix area. As far as I know. Where is Jeffrey located now? I don't even know. But yeah, I just got a few things to do. I just would probably 3 hours worth of work, but it has to be done early in the morning when it's not so hot. It's not like it's getting real hot. You know, things have trimmed down and cooled up a little bit. You know, critters. I think I've got a majority of it beat because I didn't see nothing when I was in there last time. Nothing. It appears that I killed majority of them. I mean, I ran that thing up to 130 degrees, 140, 150 degrees for like 3 days at 10 hours at that temperature. So I imagine I did something, you know. See, are you in the Happy Valley area again? No. I'm in Scottsdale right now, currently. I'm in North Scottsdale. I'm actually in my old neighborhood that I grew up in. Well, kind of grew up in. I grew up. My later half of my childhood was up in this area. So, but yeah, I kind of grew up in this area. Guess you could say it's about. I split it about half and half. I think I got through what, 8th grade or something, and just past 8th grade, I ended up my second year of my 3rd year of high school. I moved up here, so the last 2 years I finished high school at a different high school. So I went 2 years at one and 2 years at another, both in actually 3. I did 3 high schools in Scottsdale. Scottsdale High, Chaparral, Chaparral being the last one, and then Coronado was the very first one. So, but yeah, I made my I played sports, ran track, and played football, and did all that fun stuff. Didn't play basketball, didn't play baseball. I could have, but I just didn't want to do it. Are you by the 7? No, I'm in Scottsdale. I'm on the east end of town. Yeah, I'm like, he is being... I wouldn't say that, Revelator. At first I was, but I don't think I will be now. I got a guy coming in to spray it. I got a guy that's going to look. Orkin's going to be in there Thursday to look at it. I just need to make sure that Chris has got my keys in a certain place, so the guy can find the keys, then get into the thing. And the RV, I wouldn't say it stinks. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. It's got, it didn't smell like anything really. Let's see. Amoebas might be taking over. No, I don't think so. No. Took the couch out of it. The couch was part of the problem, actually. Because the couch had been in there for a long time, and, who knows, half the people had sat and slept on it. And so, yeah, there was a lot of stuff on the couch, but that's gone. And swept. It's all been swept up, hopefully swept up really. But I wouldn't say that the guys that swept it did a really good job, because, he was drunk half the time, What do you get done when you're drunk? Not much. So I don't know. If I'm going to pay somebody, $100 an hour, I expect them to do a job right, and I'll be in there to watch them do it too. I'm going to join the Cardinals, huh? Cardinals, huh? No, there were. I was up in Flagstaff, and I ate in a restaurant called The Place, and the place got closed down for a while. I guess they're back in business. They had to tear out all the carpet in the place. They had to take out all the booths, because that's where I sat, and that's where I picked up the freaking bugs, and I brought them into the RV from the restaurant. The health department called me. So anyway, but that's the situation. But not now. I mean, I don't have. So it's a matter of just, I pretty much, insecticide. We used insecticide in some of it, but I didn't use the real expensive stuff. And I better, like I said, I paid $400. I better have everything in there. So. But yeah, he's part of the problem, He is too. He's been spreading those things all over the place himself. Heck, he spread them to 2, 3 places he spread those things. And his girlfriend that he had spread the majority of them. So yeah, those things, like I said, they're little rodents that kind of hatch themselves around, What restaurant is responsible for the... what restaurant? Oh, that's The Place. The Place is... So they didn't close this. They didn't close both of them, but what they did do is they took the first one up at the Milton at the beginning of Flag, and they took all the booths out completely. That's what they did. So, and they tore all their carpet out too. And then they went with some kind of linoleum or something, you know. That's what I was told. So, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, they were in the booths because they do have regular like table chairs, and they weren't. I guess they didn't find them in that, but what they did is they had to get rid of all their tables and then the carpet, and they just had to do everything. That's what they had to do. So, did you bring any into the hospital? No, they inspected everything. Everything. No, including me. Yeah, every inch of me. Or every even eighth inch of me, about like that much. So, no, I didn't have any. No. Don't have any now. I don't want to have any more, period. So, yeah, it's hot. It's been hot in that RV. So I'm hoping that the heat that's been in there is good enough. But you know, like I said, I got a professional bug sprayer that's going to spray the thing. I just needed somebody to get the stuff moved from one end to the other. That's all. You know, stuff transferred, and then once it gets sprayed on one section, you put the stuff back. You know, and then after that, it just looks like I'm going to have to do all that. I'm going to probably have to get a mask of some sort. You know. I don't know where I could buy one. Didn't Walmart sell them? I think Walmart sells them. You're banned from the... No, I'm not banned. No, of course not. I prefer not to eat in restaurants now after that. I prefer not to. I think it's best off if you just make all your own food. Then you won't have that problem, you know? You won't have the problem. The only way you could is if you bought clothes at like Walmart or somewhere, or Goodwill. Let's say Goodwill. Goodwill is a place that I've seen. I know that they have them there because of all the people that bring their furniture in there. That's where you don't want to buy furniture from the places like that. If you're gonna buy furniture, you want to buy brand new stuff. That's what I'd do. But that's just, like I said, that's just what I would do, period. Nothing else I would do. Well. So, anyways, football's over for the week. So, there's no more. I think, Thursday night. I got Thursday night football. I forgot about that. But that's at the tail end of the week. So anyway, yeah, like I said, blah, 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 blah. So what do you got, 11 people in here? Got a few. Might even have some people that are lurking in here. You might even have lurkers too. Somebody's going home, man. Oh, they got a whole bunch of stuff here. Whole bunch of stuff on a cart they were taking out. That dude's got a lot of stuff. What is it? We've been an hour and 23 minutes on the feed here. So the health department told you they had to tear out the booths where you sit. Well, what they did is they got rid of all the furniture in it, even the tables, the regular chairs, the whole entire place. Inside, they literally just had to do the whole entire inside. Yeah, that they said they had to tear out the carpet and they had to put like a linoleum down or some sort, But yeah, the floor all had to be. Yeah, the health department really came in there and inspected hard on that, and both of them. Matter of fact, not only them, but they went through all the restaurants up in there. So who knows who could have been closed up? I know there was a place next door that got closed up, the Chinese buffet. That place got closed up. So I'll bet you it was for that. I'll bet money on it. Because they go from one place through another. They go through the vents, man. Those things are freaking smart. If you got a vent, believe me, it got in there. Vents, whatever, cracks, crevices. They go into the walls too, if they can get in there. It's kind of hard, I guess, but with an RV, the walls are thin. So if they did get in there, I know I heated the thing. The thing got heated up from the outside, and then they got heated up from the inside. So inside and outside, there was sun beating in on the thing. So I think if they were inside the wall, I got them, because it got to be way hot in that thing. I couldn't stay in there for more than a minute. I mean, I was freaking dying in there. That was how hot it was. I mean, I'm not kidding how hot it got. Let's see. But yeah, they tore everything out, and then they had to get all new tables. Then when they put the new stuff in, then the health department had to inspect that too. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they told me when I talked to them. They said, yeah, they're gonna have to. We're making them, get all new stuff, all new booth. Basically, no more booths anymore. It'll be all just regular tables and chairs. But yeah, they're gonna no more. The booths are a bad idea. I mean, I think they're more comfortable. There's another place called the Crown. That place they're gonna have to get rid of all their booths too, and go with all tables. Their place isn't that big. So, but that's what they're gonna have to do. Let's see, what game is this? 17. Let's see. I don't know who won that game. Not even sure. The Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, what a pass. Long ass pass. I'm trying to see who won this game. I'll tell you who won the game in a second. Let me check the game out here a little bit. I'll find out who won. I will make sure people know. Let's see. No, that was Philadelphia. Freaking smothered the Vikings. So both Philadelphia, I think it's 2-0, and the Vikings have gone to 1-1. So I'm about to check all the undefeated teams that are out there and see how many that there are left. Let's see. I could even have the bad, the bad lady that, she might even come in here and just kind of gawk in here, or lurk in here, I should say. That's the usual word to use, right? Lurking, How'd they find me? Oh, because I've eaten there so many times, they knew my name. The place said, well, do you know anybody that actually ate here by name? And they knew a bunch of people, including myself. So yeah, I mean, and so they mentioned so they called. That's how they had me. They had my name, my number from the receipts. When they had all the debit card receipts. That's how they located me. Let's see, are the people there the size of baby elephants? Well, let me tell you, Revelator, there are a lot of Native Americans that eat there. It's mostly Native Americans. So they are Navajo. Their descent is Navajo, so that's something I do know. Let's see. But yeah, they found me through their debit receipts, whatever. But I told them, yeah, I was getting eaten up. And anyway, they said that they'll pay the extermination bill. I told them I already got Orkin down here, so I don't know. We'll see. I got 2 people that said they'd pay the bill, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they both split it. I don't know. Jim pays it. It doesn't matter. So, don't matter to me, Like the song says, it don't matter to me. Poor Vikings, they lost. What can you say? And one guy thought I got beat up, but nah. I tried to shave really good on the edge there, and I caught my lip. Just caught the lip, just the upper part of it, and then I got underneath the chin. I cut that too. That's why I hate regular razors, man, because they just eat your skin up. You gotta shave so lightly. But yeah, I had a razor, but I'll be damned if I probably have it now. The guy probably threw it away. The one guy that went through the damn thing was the kitchen. I don't know about the kitchen because I never went inside the kitchen. They went through the whole place. I mean the health department. They when they go through a place, they go through a place. Believe me, I worked in a restaurant before, so I worked in several. So yeah, I've had to clean restaurants. Oh my God, I hate cleaning restaurants, but that's like a weekly thing, and you got to keep up on it, man. Because if you don't, they'll close you down. Yeah, it's hard work, man. It's hot, It's like very hot, man. I don't know. It gets hot in the kitchen. It gets real hot, I don't know. I don't think the critters would want to be in the kitchen because it's too freaking hot for them, It's too damn hot. I mean, you try to work in a kitchen. Believe me, I was a dishwasher once. And then I scrubbed pans, and I didn't stay at that job for very long. And then I go, shoot, screw this, I'm going to be a busboy. But even the busboy job, you still got it. I would carry the plates, for, whole orders to a table because the chef would put everything on a big tray, and I would just carry the whole thing out on my shoulder. And then I would set it down, and then the waitress, most of the time, would come in and, But anyway, I did talk to somebody that said when he ate there that they didn't have women waiters anymore, or waitresses anymore. They had waiters, so... so at El Chorro Lodge, a place I used to work at years and years and years ago. So, but yeah, it's like in Paradise Valley, Arizona. Yep, my early, boy, that was when, God, when I was a kid, the Phoenix area was so small, man. You didn't even have traffic. I mean, I'd drive on, let's say, I'd get off from El Chorro in Paradise Valley. I'd take Lincoln Drive up to Scottsdale Road, and then I'd go Scottsdale Road north and, get to Shea Boulevard, and then I'd just go Shea to blah, 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 and make my way, up to, to Pima, past Pima Road, and boom, and go north to Cactus, and, and a little bit to Cactus, go a little bit south of Cactus, and, off 100th Street or whatever, and that was it. I was there. I remember when I was a kid, the Harpers. Because I played football with the Harpers, and the Harpers lived off of Cactus Road, I'm sure that place is long gone now. I mean, they just really just ripped up everything, and anybody that had places like there with acreage and stuff, places came in and just bought the land up, and started building. They were putting custom homes in and stuff like that. So that's what probably most likely happened, Everything just changed, I just, I was taking the lift, to the doctor, and I looked at everything. I was looking at things that I could see that changed, And there used to be a place called Oregano's at like Scottsdale and Shea, and it's something else. They're remodeling it, And so, but obviously it's not Oregano's anymore. It used to be, but I guess a lot of Oregano's bit the dust. Up in those, not something Scottsdale, North Scottsdale especially. A place like Ernie's Inn, that place has been around forever. We're talking 40, 50 years these places have been operating, which is amazing. It baffles me, that all this stuff is still up and going, But yeah, just, just how the Phoenix area grew, even Scottsdale just took off. And it's still just, but now it's just, all the existing stuff is just, things are going out of business, other things are coming in. No matter what goes out, there's something else coming in, That's just, the lively scale, we live and we die. Whatever lives, it dies. Put it that way. That's the best way I can put it, What lives, it dies. What dies, it lives. Whatever. Just, I used to play a lot of golf too, and I can't play golf anymore like I am. But man, I'll tell you, if there's a day I could play golf again, I'd certainly like to do it. One person I haven't seen in here, but then again, I don't come in here that much, is Straight Jacket. Usually I could catch him. If he knows I'm in here or on, he would come in. But I don't know. I don't know where he very likely could be practicing today, and I just don't know it. But yeah, the band situation, and then the other guy, Jim, I know he talked about getting, trying to play again. I told him, nah, that just isn't going to happen anymore. I said, we're too old. It's just, the music thing is dead. I said, they were just going to leave it at that. I said, I accomplished enough. I said, I played and learned to play, write songs, and sang. Occasionally I do still sing, but, it's far and in between, when I do. So it's just, I'm in a place like this, you think there'd be karaoke here in a facility like this, skilled nursing, but there's a lot. This is a mixed age group of people in here, people my age and, people that are older, a lot of people in their 80s, 90s even in here, 90 years old, making it through life, It's, when you get to that old, you're getting close to the edge of the stick, So you put the band back together. Nah, I don't want to do no band anymore. No, that was something in my 20s and 30s. And that's not anything I do right now. I just have I don't have any compassion. I don't have any. I just don't have the drive. That's a good word for it. Drive. I don't have the drive to do it. I mean, I hear music in my head, I have stuff come into my head, and I think, well, if I had a guitar, I could knock it out, knock out some new songs, but that's what I used to always do, But my guitars are all in the shipping container, and that's too hard, too far for me to go to get anything out of, I put a lot of stuff in the shipping container. I had Mr. Tim put a lot of that stuff in there, but yeah, I could have used him. I just fell short of time to do it. Let me let these people go by so I can say something. But yeah, I just felt short of time, for Tim to load up more stuff, Tried to get more done and then he looked at the clock and goes, what time is it? Like, oh, no, I can't. looks like I'm not going to get enough stuff done. I would have liked to get, I wanted to empty the whole RV is what I wanted to do, just get everything out of it, It just didn't happen. And Tim fell apart, he actually fell to pieces. He got back into, I don't know what he was doing, but I don't know, he didn't have the energy, so I don't know what's going on with him. But anyway, it's not worth talking to him because he gets mad. He would just tell me to shut up and shut my mouth. And, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to listen to that. I don't need to take that. I go, I don't need to go to your place. I don't need to, I don't need, if this is the tail end of what I got, then that's what I got. I accept what I've done and I call it a day because I've already died, come back once, so I know what happens to me. So, and I'm not scared about dying. Believe me, not me. I have there's no scarce in me. No, not for me. That's just me. But for other people, I don't know what happens to them. I just know what happens to me, and that's all that counts. So, this is kind of a really. I've been going through quite a few things tonight in this broadcast, with the hour and 41, almost 2 hours. I think we'll close out I think I'll try to hang for 2 hours and shut her down. Let's see, put the band, the band, no, I don't even know who's in there. I got 13 people. But I probably have some lurkers in there, I'm sure. There usually is, but, so let's see. Anyway, this week, God, I'll probably have to pick up an antenna, like a TV antenna, like an indoor one, one that I could pick up a basic TV channels, so I can at least get the TV working somewhat, Oh, is that band practice? Oh, he said something? I didn't see him in here, so I wasn't sure if he was in here or not. I got ESPN on. Let's see, what part of ESPN do I have on? I don't know. Not sure. That's FS1. Let's see. What do we got on this way? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I guess I just got one of the ESPNs on there. But, I was going to call Straight Jacket tonight. I didn't get around to it. But, not a big deal. But anyway, well, I tell you, if I could just walk a little bit, which, I don't know, at some point I might be able to do something. But I seen these shoes that this one guy had, and, if you just get yourself into some boots, because this guy had some boots, which allowed for him to walk. And I asked him, I go, what, do you have drop foot? How's your feet? Do they hang like this? Can you do this? I was going like this with your feet? And he goes, no, I can't do that. He goes, but when I get into this boot, it keeps my foot at a 90 on both, so, see, previously I only had one boot, but it wasn't like his. But if they could get me in something like that, I should have asked him, when I was in there, where'd you get those things, where you can look up, drop foot. I guess I could look up drop foot boots. I might come up with some stuff, That could very well get me, walking, As long as my feet don't go like this when you're walking, the boot keeps your foot like this, the 90, perfect 90, so it's basically when you're walking, you're keeping everything at a level spot. So that'll certainly help things for my foot. They did give me a felt pad though to give to their wound care people so they can. But they put it inside the shoe, and they put one on my foot too. So I got two of them. and they put one on the just on the inside of my toes, just because there's a little spot there that they made so I couldn't harm it, do any further harm to it. So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm almost like, I'm like a $6 million man, probably more, but who knows? But I don't feel like it because I can't move like the $6 million man good, You guys remember that program, $6 Million Man? So I'm sitting there doing my stuff and the door's open, people are walking by. I don't think they're going to say too much. But I did feel that little thump in my bed, though. I did feel that. And that was a pretty good one. I was wondering what that was. I'm like, because I was doing some paranormal stuff. And I was thinking maybe I was getting the paranormal action going. I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me it's that. It's like, boom. It was like, it actually jolted me pretty good. And I'm like, wow. I hope it wasn't that. Man, I knew I couldn't have that. So, but yeah, I got some healing to do. I got to heal this lip now. I got to heal the other side up. So, it is what it is until it isn't anymore. So we got 13 people. We're not doing too bad for a broadcast tonight, It's not too bad. See. Yeah, like I said, I definitely got watched a lot of football. Probably won't watch much after that, after this. Because, won't be around, won't have a good TV signal to pick it up unless I go somewhere, But I just got to get going. I got to go back up to Flagstaff, and then I'll probably be in Flagstaff for a couple of weeks, maybe a week and a half or so, and right to the tail end of September, and then head back down to the Cottonwood area, and then stick around Cottonwood for a hair, and then from Cottonwood, and then I guess it would be Quartzsite. That's what I'm thinking. Just got to get this foot healed up enough. That's what I'm really trying to do, is heal the foot. Just make sure this foot's I'd probably be close. I'd probably be down to like that much of a heal spot to deal with, But problem is, Quartzsite just doesn't have a wound care that's adequate and could do it. I'd have to maybe go to I hate to go to Lake Havasu City, I really do. I hate to drive that far into up in there. I wish Parker had something, I'd actually do it in Parker, but I just don't know what they got. I'll have to look into that. See if they got a wound care up there, and see if they can, just I don't have much. There's not that much healing, really. There's only like maybe a couple weeks at the most of healing left on the bottom of the heel. But man, that should have never opened up in the first place. But yeah, that's from standing barefoot. And they had to, it was at Flagstaff Medical, so they were the guys that caused that. I mean, the one guy, smart mouth, he told me, no, you don't have time to put socks and shoes on. Yeah, right. Yeah, but we do have time to damage the foot. Yeah, and cause major money's worth of stuff, man. I told that guy, I'll never forget it. I go, dude, if this gets opened up, you know what this is going to cost? It doesn't cost you anything. It costs me. Okay? I'm the person that has to deal with it, not you. And he just kind of like looked at me. But he ended up losing his job over it. I don't think he cared for his job, to be honest with you. being in the medical. Most of those people hate their damn job, you know. Getting involved in the medical thing, you know. We got 15 people in the house, at least for a little while. So what's going on, folks? What do we got? I was just telling, I was gonna go to the 2-hour mark and then close it out. But yeah, I covered some ground tonight for sure. I covered a lot of subjects, you know, restaurants, history, you know, growing up in the Paradise Valley area or the Phoenix area, whatever you want to call it, Scottsdale, you know. I grew up in freaking Ragtown, Scottsdale. I got people that really rip on Scottsdale. They hate the place, you know. I go, what's funny, you're ripping on a place you hate that I grew up in, guy. Those are my roots. I mean, that's my childhood roots right there. It was all in Scottsdale. And I got people that are in Facebook that grew up in Scottsdale too, and they're all there, and they don't live in, I told people, I said, you know, I bet you guys are all living, you know, rich Scottsdale, and you're, you know, got your $1 million, $1.5 billion house or whatever, because that's what they go for, $1.2 million, even higher than that. I'm like, it's just, those houses are way overpriced, man. $1.5 million, $2 million for just a whatever house. It's ridiculous. But, you know, let's see. So we got somebody that said they love Scottsdale. Yeah, well, you know, I say, did you grow up in Scottsdale? You got somebody called John Jacobs. I don't know if you grew up in Scottsdale or what, but I got to Scottsdale in 1965, and well, how old was I? 62, 3, 4. I was 3 years old. I was 3.5 years old when I got to Scottsdale, South Scottsdale. But that's all there was. There was no North Scottsdale. You know, there was no McCormick Ranch. After, you know where Saguaro High School is? That's where it just turned to wild desert, right? Just past Scottsdale Saguaro High School. Right there at Hayden, you know. Hayden went that far, and that was it. I remember we used to race our vehicles on freaking Hayden Road. Yeah, matter of fact, I raced somebody. Of course, I lost. But I remember I lost $100 too, you know. I bet $100 and I lost. I was like, man, that didn't pan out well for me. So, you know, like, oh, you visited Scottsdale, okay. Yeah, I grew up from kindergarten all the way up. I'm 60. Well, look at me. I'm 60 years old, man. And I've actually died, and they resuscitated me back. Yeah, the lady here at this place, she was looking at all my medical records, and she's like, yeah, I seen that. And you were actually, what was it? She said, trying to see how she put it. She put it a certain way. She goes, yeah, you passed away for almost 15 minutes. I said, well, actually it was 20 minutes. All in all, if you want to look at the record. I mean, yeah, I went code blue 4 times. Obviously I was code blue when they found me. And then they resuscitated me, got a pulse out of me. Then my heart was beating barely. And then they got me in into the ambulance. Then they took me over to, if it was my choice, I wouldn't have gone there, but they took me over to 40th Street and Bell Road. There's a hospital. It used to be called John C. Or not John C. It was called Paradise Valley Hospital. But they were known for not being a very good hospital. And, you know, now they're called Scottsdale Brazo or something. Scottsdale Campus or something. And so anyway, that's where I was. I was in their ICU for a month and a week. And so anyway, so that's, you know, so I passed away there, and then they got me back living again, and then I went code blue 3 more times when I was in the ICU, and my body came out of it each time, and here I am. So yeah, my heart's going okay now. It's like 45%. It's normal is about 50% for your heart, and mine's 45, so it's doing better. I think when I first started off, that was like 35%. So I've upped it from 35 to 45. So yeah, the heart, it's just the medication I've been taking. It's called Entresto. The Entresto's definitely done some not harm, but it's certainly helped my heart, and so I'm just happy for that, So I don't feel like I'm 60. I got strength, like my whole body's got pure strength except for my feet, But as soon as I could get the feet going, I do have a surgeon that thinks he could fit or at least fix one of the feet. He thinks he can get the what do you call it, tendons. He wants to move a tendon from the left foot to the right foot and see if he can get the right foot working. So he knows what he's thought. I hope he can do this. Believe me, because I'd love to walk again. I'd love to be able to do what everybody else does. People take for granted. Walking. It's like God, I only wish I could, but I could do it with a walker. It's just that a walker's a pain in the rear end. So I want to definitely get off of that if I can. I could show you what the damn thing. I got a new one. It's like a bicycle almost, but let me see. Let me see if I can get it in there. Let's see. Right here. That baby right there. You can see it. If I can get my hand out of the way. Which is kind of a difficult thing to do. That's why I hate the angle with this camera. Right there, it's got a seat. See what I like about it? It's got the little brake on each end, and I got the seat that opens up. You can put stuff in there. I mean, literally, I could almost go grocery shopping, with it, and I could sit down and get a rest and be able to walk again. Problem is, you got to seat it up against something so you don't slip and fall. So, but then I got this other one here, which is okay, but it's okay. But let me kind of switch back here if I can do it. All right, here we go. But so yeah, so I bought that thing for like $100, and then I got the other one for like $200. I'm like, wow, $200 for a walker? Are you kidding me? Yeah, and they wear out quick. So this other one's just got 4 wheels on it and a brake. So that one, hopefully that one will last a lot longer. Too bad I probably could put a basket on it or something, and really could go grocery shopping with it almost, But yeah, it's easier to get the other one in and out of things, like a car, and especially if I got to go to the doctor's office. But but yeah, if I just got to get some things accomplished, man. I came down here to accomplish things, and I haven't got jack diddly done, because the friends, my so-called friends, guess what I'm gonna do with them? I'm gonna say adios amigos. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm going to come down here. I just want to get this stuff done, and I am not coming. I do not want to come back here again. I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping what I do is I get my place sold, and then I want to pick up a place in Quartzsite somewhere, or Salome, Arizona. That's the place I really like to go, Salome. Because it's right at the border of, it's sitting right at the edge of the Colorado River, I like that area. Being by the Colorado River, it's just, to me, it's a cool place, And then if I go out there to, when they have all the events at Quartzsite, it makes it that much easier on me, getting out there. Especially if I could, I don't know, if I could. I'll probably have to wait, like for the winter time, so I can come into Phoenix and get with that doctor and get some stuff accomplished, think that's what I got to do. I got to just sit up in Cornville, and then what's Cornville, and also Sedona. Cornville and Sedona, between those two. And then go into Cottonwood for a bit, for about maybe a couple weeks. And then call it a day. And then I'll come down to Phoenix, or the north section, where, not Maricopa, but it's called Anthem. So I'll hang out Anthem, New River, and then shoot the rest of the way, and use that area to actually go see the doctor. And I'll probably once a week, and get to the doctor's office. He's close off of the I-17, so that should work out for me. But yeah, 15 people now, so we got a few people. I got people that are saying, well, put your band back together. No, I'm not going to do the band thing. The band thing, that's been over with me for a long time, actually. Except for the karaoke singing, I'll do that. It'll be karaoke only, I'm not going to put the guitar, I'm not going to. I got the guitars, but I think I'll just sell the guitars. And I have a mixing board too. I got great speakers too. I mean, I literally have a really killer karaoke setup if I had the microphones, but I don't know. If I can just walk again, then I would do all that stuff, Then I would have the motive to do it, and the drive, and the ambition. I'd have all those things, and get myself out of depression mode, So that's where I sit right now. I'm just sitting at the ledge of depression. So. And it keeps me in kind of a bad place, People go, you're depressed? I go, well, what do you think? Look at my feet. This is what gets me there. So, puts me in a really bad mood, puts me in depression. I just don't like it. I hate how it ended up like this. I wish I'd have been, God, I'll never forget the night all this happened, too. I could have, if I could have just called an ambulance, and gone to the hospital, I would have been, or best yet, it would have been better if I could have just had the energy to drive to the hospital, and then that way I wouldn't have ended up with my drop foot at all, and then today I'd still be walking just like anybody. I wouldn't have to be seeing a doctor or a specialized, surgeon to put things together. So yeah, He talked about a couple places in my spine that could have been messed up, and it's possible. So I don't know. I do the spine, and then I do the feet, see if the spine will fix the nerves to make the foot move again. And if that's the case, then I'm in business. But right now, it is what it is. And like I said, I'm not sitting in a good place at the moment. So. What are we? We are at 2 hours and 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, it's funny because it's 14 seconds, and as soon as I said that, it was at 14 people in the house. So it's like, wow. I wasn't even looking at the counter there. And when I said it, it was right on the money. So, yeah, some people got wheelchairs that look like they get a motor on them. They kind of work they look like a wheelchair, but they're actually like a scooter a little bit, It's interesting, all these instruments, I call them instruments, end up costing, probably a small fortune. But for me, it's not about that. It's about being able to get up and walk again. That's what it's about for me. So I gotta keep the ambition and the drive, and keep myself going forward, and then occasionally come into YouTube. I don't make any money on it, but I don't care if I make money on it or not. I don't even have the super chat anymore. I lost that quite a while ago. And they never gave it back to me, so. Yeah, it'd be nice to make $100 here and there. Pay for your meal, go to a restaurant and get to eat out, and, some nice person to fork out a few bucks to go to Burger King or whatever it is. That wouldn't be so bad, for me. Like once a week or twice a week. So, but like I said, who knows, Okie doke, folks. I think we're gonna shut her down. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, man, I'm getting pretty tired here tonight. But here we are, Monday morning. So, but anyway, if you go, well, we gotta pay for all that. Yeah, I don't pay for anything. I pay for this out of my pocket, being in here. My insurance don't cover half of this. Doesn't even cover a quarter of it, actually. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna just close her down, and it was good to touch base and get you guys back in here, and it's been nice seeing some familiar faces, and like Revelator 007-125 Arizona, John Jacobs. Let's see, I went by a place called AZ Texas, Arizona or something, but it was a restaurant, and they what did they do? They make chicken fried steak, but they do a it's the best chicken fried steak you'll have in Arizona. It's just the best, and well, it'd be nice to eat there once again. Who knows? Maybe. Just maybe, but I doubt it. It's just too hot down here. But we got Joni Portwood back in here again. What's Joni doing back in the Davey channel? I was just getting ready to close her out because I've been on for 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's usually Davey's usually good for a good marathon in here. But. Yeah, I just thought I'd come in. But Joni Portwood, what she does good is make food, and I think what else? I haven't been checking because I haven't been on much, but the last thing I think I seen was you were working on that boat. I imagine you're probably done with it, right? I think you're probably most likely finished with the boat. You could probably take it to Lake Mead, and live on Lake Mead with it, If Lake Mead will continue to get water in it, I think it could be. But being in Kentucky like you are, there's probably much better lakes up there, and bigger lakes, and lakes with more water, and it's easier to sustain the water in those lakes versus what's here in the West. The West, everything's drying up. Just drying up. It's just dry, and more dry. You don't hardly get any rain here anymore. You used to, not anymore. So, but anyway, that's a scoop on all that. Let's see, I'm thinking of getting rid of the boat because I can get more use out of an RV. I would have thought you'd get more use out of your boat. That's what I was betting on. I was just thinking you were going to get more use out of the boat. So, have you worked on the RV? It's too bad you couldn't come out here, like this winter, It's too bad that, we couldn't get a group like Revelator Phoenix, myself, and I was talking to Revelator about hooking up with Revelator again because I was up in Flagstaff with him, So we were camped in the same place, basically. Yeah, he saw my RV Davey sticker on the thing and came up to me and said, "Hey, man!" He bought me a meal. He bought me 2 meals. So he actually got me 2 meals at Cracker Barrel. which was really nice of him. I certainly thanked him. You know, it was a nice gesture. You know, to pay for a meal for the Davy character. You know. Let's see. I need to work and get some work done on my truck, and then maybe I can come out there. Yeah, what do you got to do on the truck? What's left to do on that? Hey, what's going on with? Of course, I haven't been paying attention. I've been doing a lot of other things. I've been trying to work on the getting the RV. I had to get the couch out, and it's just, you know, I just had to take the time and finally start to get, you know, things done with it, you know. And of course, Flagstaff, eating in restaurants, I got to stop doing that because, you know, I picked up critters and now I gotta get rid of them. I think I have, but I guess I'll find out when I sleep, you know. When I sleep in there, I'll find out what's what. But yeah, I want to get some new cushions in there for the dinette area. I need to get a new metal wand or whatever, the thing for the table. I had somebody throw it away, and it's a funny thing because it just, there's a clamp on, 2 clamps to clamp the thing, and then you just slide the thing down. There was like a little swivel, and basically I got to get that swivel at an RV place, and you know, and be able to put that thing back on, you know, and you know, and so that way the dinette could actually be reset back up again, you know. So that's something. It's preventive maintenance is it won't break down. Maybe cheap paint. So let's see. So basically, I don't know what you got to do with the truck. Sounds like you got to put some belts on it. Sounds like you need a tune-up. Sounds like you probably use some brakes on it. I imagine, but who knows? You know, is that? I mean, I don't know. You know, you don't. The thing about if you're going to travel, you got to make sure all that stuff's done. That stuff's not cheap. So when you go to try to do it all at one time, it just hits you like a Mack truck. That's a big issue there, you know. From my experience, you know, belts, hoses, new tires are big. That's like over $1,000 just right there. Hoses not that much. Probably get hoses for $50. Probably get your belts for about $50, and then you probably do all that yourself, Joni. You get all that stuff. You accomplish all that with just your 2 hands, you know, and a little bit of elbow grease and some, you know. If I had the footing, which I don't, but maybe I can get it back, I'd be, you know, then things can start to roll for me again, you know. But yeah, I lose my drive and my ambition and everything. And then I get myself into depression with the damn foot, the way it turned out. You know, I'd end up with another infection. And that just freaking slowed me up big time. And then I end up getting, you know, now I'm stuck in Phoenix. I'm not really stuck here. It's just I need to get some things done while I'm down here. Problem is, it's so hot. It's freaking steaming hot here. I'm telling you, man. I guess it's funny because when like a week or 2 before I came down, it was cool. It was actually, they had cool weather. Probably the coolest weather they ever had. And then right after all that monsoon stuff started to go away, then the temperatures started going up. So yeah, it was so it's been muggy around here for quite some time. Still muggy. It's actually gonna probably stay muggy till the end of September. You know, usually October, it's gone. Usually by the middle of September, all the humidity's out of here. It's gone, but you know, it's still hanging around. So humidity's a killer. it makes things feel sticky and hot and miserable. So that's what I don't like. Muggy, and yeah, Mayhem, you know how muggy it gets. Muggy here. People think it's a dry heat. No, it's not a dry. It used to be. It's changed. The weather's been, especially Phoenix. Well, I guess Las Vegas says they've been sticky too. I've heard all the people complain about the mugginess there. Hot. Las Vegas gets hot, but Las Vegas gets cold. Gets way colder than Phoenix. Phoenix will stay about 38, 40 degrees for the low. Las Vegas will go down into the 20s. So that's a different. And they get snow here and there. I know. I remember I drove a New Year's Eve to get to Vegas, and it was snowing all the way up. It snowed from Carefree Highway, and basically they call it 74, which is the highway that gets you up to Las Vegas. So, but anyway, we took Carefree Highway, and as soon as we got to 74, I guess that's called Highway 74, then it just started snowing. And it snowed heavy all the way until we almost got to Las Vegas. Till like the last 15 miles, then finally it stopped snowing. But man, I'll never forget. I had like 3 jackets on me. Yeah, matter of fact, I got to pick up a jacket. Not to buy. I got one in Flagstaff, and I don't know. The other one, I guess I washed it, but it got washed professionally, so I don't know what to, pick all that stuff up at a laundromat in Flag. So yeah, there's some stuff to do there. Yeah, so. Yeah, what am I watching here? Hold on a second here. Oh, they're showing. I don't know. What are they showing? Yeah, God, I don't even know what's on. Probably got ESPN on something, Laughlin gets hot and then cold too. Yeah, Laughlin can get windy. See, Las Vegas area is more windy generally than the Phoenix area. But, the two, there's a belt, the weather belt that comes through, and that weather belt, a lot of times it produces all that wind. But yeah, even, I guess I could say Phoenix has actually picked up, been pretty windy, during the winter months. Because if you go out, like I say, you go out to Quartzsite gets pretty nippy. It gets downright cold, So anyway, I'm trying to put together like a mattress situation. I'm gonna get an air mattress and use an air mattress. Basically, sleep with the air mattress on where the couch used to be. And I took the couch out, so I've got something over the top that the mattress can actually go on, and then I can get on top of that. That'll raise it up about 6 inches. But yeah, but anyway, that won't be a couch. It'll just be, I don't know. It's open, So I got the water tank right there, and everything's just right there. So, but anyway, it's just I want it that way so I can really, spray the RV and keep up on that. So I want to keep the critters out of that damn thing once I've got them out. So, and I'm gonna get a dog, a canine dog from the Orkin to come out and go through the thing, go through all the stuff, and make sure that it's actually ready. 100% ready to, there's nothing in there, and there's not going to be anything in there. It's the last thing I need. Yeah, I come all the way down here to get everything done correctly, and then my help fails me. You know, the people that that I've grown up with. You know, and it's like I've done stuff for them all my life, and then they kick me in the freaking teeth is what they did, and I'll never forget it. I won't forget it because once I take off this time, I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming. I might come into Phoenix, but if I do, I'm not going to talk to them. No, I'll come into Phoenix, but just because I'm coming in, that's all there is to it. And I'll do whatever. I'll do my business in the Phoenix area, and I'll get myself out. You know, in other words, I'm not going to get tied up with them, go to a restaurant and eat and whatever. I'm just not going to do any of that anymore. I'm going to say goodbye to them, and that's going to be that. So, let's see, what's that? Green Fay, wake me up when September. Green Day, you're talking about Green Day. Mayhem. How dare they kick you? Oh yeah, that's what they did. Mayhem. Believe me, it's funny. It's like they did it on purpose because they told me to come down. They called me 2 weeks before, and then I kind of contemplated with them, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's see, and then finally I come down, and then they give you the kick, Well, we got the couch. It's like the guy had no motivation to do anything else. I said, dude, I need you to get everything out, and then he just stopped. He started getting drunk, and he just kept getting wasted, and I had to do the work. And what happened was that I almost gave myself a heart attack. At 60 years old, man, the guy just expected me to do everything. I just didn't have the energy. And I couldn't do it because if I'm inside the RV, yes. But, I came in there, I was in there with him, work. Matter of fact, most of the time I was in there and he wasn't. Every time I was in there, he'd disappear, He was gone, didn't come back. So what was he doing? He was drinking. He had a bottle of whiskey. That was more important to him, to drink the whiskey. That's what he did. So, music and whiskey, what else does he do? What else do you think the guy's got to do in his freaking life, I mean, come on. I said, come on, help me out. Let me get this stuff done. The owner was pissed. The owner of the house wanted me out of there. And this guy's dragging his feet. And I'm like, come on, man. We're trying to get this stuff done. I said, don't worry about the clothes, man. The clothes I'll take to a professional laundromat. I'll let them do all that stuff. That's what I paid them $84 to do that. So I ain't worried about that. I said, I don't care what it costs. I just got to get it done. So I get it done and bag the stuff up. Put a twist tie on it so nothing can get in it. And everything stays clean, no dust, anything. There's nothing that can get in it. So but then I wanted to get everything washed anyway, so I could just kind of go through the stuff. And beer drinkers they don't drink beer there at that house. Let me tell you this is what I found out what they do there. They drink whiskey and they do meth, okay? It's a whiskey meth house. And that's basically what they do. What else can they do? It's what they're good at. They do what they're good at. That's basically how the cookie crumbles, But yeah, it's like I told the guy, I said, come on, Paul, help me out, man. Let's get this done, man. I mean, I barely got energy to do it, but if I have to do it, I'll sit in here. I said, but you need to come in here. He needed to be in there when I was in there at the same time, and listen to and get the top swept out, and we needed to get the thing. I had we basically had everything we needed to do it right. We had the bug spray, we had the sprayer. We just needed to get the stuff swept out, sprayed, and then put back. and do that, and then heat treat it. Boom, let the heat work its magic, and then move that stuff. And then once you got that, then move that stuff out. And like the one guy said, he had a good idea. I liked his idea. Take everything out and move everything to one side, and then get all that, sweep it, spray it, and then once you spray it, then move all that stuff back. But see, when you spray it, it smells really bad, so you have to be out of it for a day, or half a day, I'd say, maybe 2.5 hours. But you just kind of play it by ear, or play it by smell, I should say. But anyway, we obviously didn't get that done like that, because I tried, and I couldn't get the guy motivated, because the guy just kept getting drunk. He's going through 2 bottles of whiskey a day, and they're about $40 a bottle. So figure $80 every day. That's what that guy drinks. And once you become an alcoholic, there ain't no turning back. Yeah, once you kick that cork off, it's you just can't quit. You can't go cold turkey and quit alcohol, because it'll kill you. That's what alcoholism does to you. If you could quit, you got to wean off of it. That means if you're drinking 2 bottles a day, you stop drinking 2 bottles a day. You drink 1 bottle a day. And then you get to the 1 bottle, then you get to half a bottle, and to a quarter of a bottle, and from a quarter to none. But you take medication with it, and when you do that, then you can get off of it. Yeah, cigarettes are really hard to quit. Yeah, well, I'm sure they are. I never smoked, so I may have smoked a cigar, but very, very far and in between did I ever do that. So, but yeah, it took me forever. Oh, you smoked? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know. So, well, that's a good thing to do, is quit. And if you quit, don't go back, 'cause it's just too expensive. I don't know how people can drink and smoke. It's just like the one guy, he's using meth. He's using methamphetamine. I'm wondering why his mind's going, because he's frying his brain cells. I'm like, dude, you keep frying, you keep doing that shit. You keep doing it, and keep doing it. You're going to find out that you're not going to be able to even cope with your regular life. I mean, the guy can't. He was talking about building a picnic table. You know what? How many, 2 years have gone by. He talked about making this picnic table, and he had all the stuff to do it. But did he do it? No, he never made it, because, he couldn't figure it out. I go, can you figure out anything anymore? Really? Can you just figure out how to do something properly and do it right without crumbling doing it? And of course he can't, And he couldn't help me after he told me to come down, and he didn't. He helped me with one good thing. He got the couch out, but from the couch, he had another idea to make another bed in there. And I said, don't put any wood, don't put any old wood in here, okay? Because there's termites. I don't want termites in here. That's one thing I don't want. Also, I don't want anything in here. But he just can't think. He has no concept of what he's doing, It's like, he doesn't have a drive. I don't know what he has for drive to do anything. I don't know what his will is in life. But he talked about going to college. I said, well, so did I. Big deal. Everybody does that. So what's so hard about that? That's easy. School books and all that stuff. Yeah, it's discipline, but, so what did you learn? We're brainwashed, guy. That the government system has us learning what they want us to learn. It's a brainwashing technique. Think about it. I said, really, think hard, but you can't, because your brain's fried because you've done all the meth. So think about what you did. You can't turn back the clock now. It's over. You know, what you did, it's over, and there's no way to return back to your normal self anymore because it's just not there to be normal, you know. And the guy just can't, like I said, the guy can't think anymore. It's like, what the hell happened to you, man? I go, if you keep drinking and keep doing what you're doing, you know what you're doing to your body? You know what meth does to your heart arteries, guy? It hardens them up. And guess what? After that, there ain't no repairing your heart arteries anymore, okay? There isn't. Believe me, I know I got heart disease. So, see, it's all over. But you're right. It's all over but the crying. Yeah. Laura Stevens' life, Carlos. What? Let's see. We got people talking about Carlos. What's we got? Carlos Stevens. Yeah, Carlos. Every time I think of Carlos, the first thing that comes up is Carlos Santana. That's the first thing that creeps up into my mind. But anyway, you know, I did do some drugs when I was in high school, but I didn't do a lot of them. I didn't do much. I didn't do meth ever. I smoked marijuana. I didn't like it. You know, I tried all that kind of stuff and I didn't like it. So marijuana wasn't one of them, the things I liked. And I think what I did do was cocaine, and that was just that was probably the most abusing thing I ever did. But I quit that pretty quick and fast and easy, you know, so. But yeah, I never smoked for any, you know. I think I tried it, but I didn't like it. I gagged on it, actually. So cigarettes were like horrible. Oh my God, it's like sucking dirt down my throat, and it's like dirt was going into my lungs. You know, basically it was dirt. You know, I probably, if I had looked at my lungs, and I'll bet you cigarettes do a number on your lungs. I'll bet you. It's just, I don't know how people can smoke their entire life and how it doesn't do damage to them, you know. It's amazing. Sometimes it amazes me. But some people, if they do the same thing, they don't get the same result. They get a worse result, you know. So that's usually what happens. But yep. So yeah, so life, so there goes life, you know. It comes by and it goes by so quick. It sweeps right by you, and before you know it, the rug slips through and over and past your feet. You just get swept away. Let's see, started smoking in 76. Woo. Let's see. Oh man, 1976. I was I was just a youngster in high school. I was, I think, a freshman in high school in 76. You know, about the time of, what do you call that? Let's see, a guy wants to date me, but he smokes. A guy wants to date Janice Lala, but he smokes. Shoot, if you were out here, Janice, I'd date you. But you're all the way on the East Coast. You know it's weird. I got something for you, Janice. I do paranormal, and I'll tell you what, I've done some scary stuff. I've had some stuff that just about, they'll scare you so bad that you can't imagine. But you live in Connecticut, right? Isn't that where you live? I'm just trying to see where. I think Janice was in Connecticut. I'm trying to figure out where in Connecticut. Connecticut's not that big, right? Isn't the Amityville Horror, or the house, isn't that in Connecticut? It is, isn't it? And I'll bet you money That's you right by the Ed and Lorraine's Conjuring Museum. So let me see what you say to that one. And how far and how close would you be to that place? Kind of curious. Is that a yes too? Try to see if you get a yes. You know, I don't know if it is or isn't. Yeah, yes, they are in my state. Maybe 90 minutes. Oh, hour and a half. You know, it'd be worth the drive to check it out. That would make a good video. You know that, Janice? I mean, I would love to come out there myself, but like I said, I just don't, I don't know anything or anybody out there, but the Warrens, that's right, yeah. Ed and Lorraine Warren. I mean, she passed away in 2015. I forget what year he passed away, but the museum is out there. And anyway, like I said, I've done some scary stuff. I ain't gonna knock your socks off thinking about what I've done, but people go, whoa, you're really, you're treading some thick water there. Well, no, I know what I'm doing when I do it. I protect myself, I talk to the Lord. I ask the Lord to protect me. If I talk to spirits, I make sure that when I do, that I tell them not to follow me. I tell them they're to stay where they are, or better yet, if they're evil, that they need to go back to where they came from. That's just what you do. You do those things, and that usually that certainly. I'm not saying the spirit still won't try to follow you. It can, believe me. But I've dealt with some nasty spirits that can move a table, can move silverware, can break glasses. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of strange stuff. Let's see. See, God says don't do that. God says not to do that, but Ed and Lorraine did it, and I guess they got away with it. Let's see. Oh, you're saying they were scammers, the Warrens? No, they weren't scammers. No way. I mean, what they did was real, man. But I guarantee you, I could take you to a couple places, and you'll see some things happen. And if you think it's fake, you're wrong. Because I can tell you, there's two sides of life. There's three sides. Three of them. And one of them's pretty damn evil. One of them's where demons come from. And there's a lot of people that like to go that direction. And I'll tell you what, those demons are nothing but, they're nasty. That when they get you where they want, you know what's going to happen to you. I don't think I have to tell anybody what's going to happen. Maybe sounds like you're living in. No, I'm not living in no fantasy land. If you come out here, I'll show you something. I'll take you to a place that'll scare the pants off you. I guarantee you that, and there's no joke. But that's funny. You can't get anybody to do it because they're too afraid. But no, I can. No, I've done paranormal. I'm a medium. Okay, I've been told that, and there's another medium that I know, which between the two of us, we attract some bad things. But in terms of evil spirits. And they come in. Believe me, they do. I'm not joking when I say that. I don't look for evil enough. They're here. If you're, especially the East Coast, where Janice is, there's some real stuff. And, you know, I told her if she wants to take a drive, she should take a drive to the Warren Museum. You can, but, you know, from 9 o'clock to like 6 is basically like that's where evilness really kicks in. But the witching hour, do you guys know what the witching hour is? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock to 6. But where you get the most effects is from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I would say probably 5:30. Especially in the winter, because the winter months it stays dark. So I would say you probably goes till, shoot. I mean, but you get the most activity is between 3 and 6, for sure. So why would God protect you from something He told you not to do? Because you're asking for His protection. So you're talking to God. You're asking for God to protect you, but what you're doing is you're not looking for evil spirits. You're looking for good ones. You're asking good spirits to come in, but if an evil comes in, then you obviously ask it to leave and go away, or could go back to where it came from. You know? It's temporary closed. Yeah, I know it's closed, but you could probably still go out there. But you know, I know somebody that wanted to buy the Annabelle doll. Basically, it's a Raggedy Ann doll is what it is. And the one that they used in the movie was not the one that's the actual real, but they ended up encasing it just because. So basically, let's see, another one, in my local. What's the other one in your local area, Janice? Man, if I could walk, man, I'd be, you know, see, I'm weak as it is right now. See, because I'm on a walker. See, here's a big problem with that. A spirit can detect that you're weak, and it could take advantage of you, especially in my condition. So I got to be really strong. Really strong. Let's see. 26. If a person turns to mediums or after them, I will set my face against that person, and I will cut him off from among his people. Well, you know what? You know, God has never turned down somebody that wants God in their life. I'm just telling you. That's just how it is. I mean, the Warrens, look what they did. Look what they did. So take in account for what the Warrens did. You think they went to hell? You think the evil spirits took them? Let's see, Warren Museum. There are more than one of them. How many were there, Janice? Do you know? I always thought there was just one. How many do you know of that there are? But yeah, I've done all this. I've done all that stuff. You know, I've been in haunted places. I've been in haunted campsites. I have a picture which I probably will never get, but it was actually the pictures of my friend's computer. It's funny how he took my computer, and I better get it back. I'm telling you, I better get my computer back, because I'm going to be pretty irate. It won't be good if he won't give me my camera. I got, you know, like I said, I got a camera that's basically I spent $3,500 on. I better get it back. And he knows how much this stuff is. The projector alone was over $1,000. So you better give me that. I got all my stuff. I took pictures of it. I'm gonna tell you, here's a picture. All this stuff has been taken a picture of together. I want it all back, and you better give it to me. Yeah, or there's gonna be some cops at the house. Let's see, Joni, I'm coming over without the UE board, the Ouija board, huh? You ever done one of those? I've never done one of those. I would never do one. Never did. I had two friends. The one guy that has my computer right now, or computers, I should say. I have two computers, and I've got the camera, and I've got the projector, and I got the drone. All those things together is a chunk of money. And you know, he was thinking I was going to die. He called me up, and all he said was, "Well, Dave, how you doing?" I go, "Well, how do you?" Basically, he was kind of. I think he took that stuff. Now, why would he take it out of the RV? Why? This tells me he took more out of my RV. He probably took food out too, because the guy's hungry. The guy doesn't have money for food. That makes sense, doesn't it? Go into my freezer and take a steak out, take out a couple, 3-4 pounds of hamburger. I had 8 pounds of hamburger in there. Let's see, Galatians 5:19, 21, 19. Now the works of the flesh are evident. Let's see if I can read this. My glasses are. I got a reflection coming back in there. Evident: sexually, immortality, impurity, sensuality, 20, idolatry, sorcery, anonymity, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, revelry, dissensions. Let's see, that's Galatians, okay. Divisions 21, envy, drunkenness, orgies, things like these. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of heaven of God. So yeah, so drunken. That's one thing I don't do. I don't get drunk. You know what? I've done that in my early years, but the orgies, no. But I did ask for God's forgiveness of all the sinning that I've done. Sorcery. You know, but yeah, the Warrens did that. So, do you think they went to hell? Do you think the demons took them? I'm just curious. Of course, her husband died first. Then she died second. I mean, they were helping people. I mean, they're trying to get, these are people that, evil, pieces that were in the houses that these people were dealing with, So, somebody's got to take care of that stuff, right? Isn't that true or what? I don't think they were Christians. Well, they said they were Catholic, And see, and if they don't do the work, then what happens with these people? What you're trying to do is you're trying to save people from, from the evilness is what you're doing. So I don't see why that's bad. So you just leave these people to be, taken over by evil? That's my question. I know you don't write the Bible, but I'm just saying the Lord says He loves everybody and He accepts you. So you ask for you ask, or obviously you ask to be saved and you repent all your sins, which I have done. I've repented all my sins, but there's few things I try to help people out with these bad things that are passing through, So, but I guess, what, here's the thing, because when I did die, which I did die, and I was resuscitated, I didn't go to hell. So that I could tell you for sure. I did not go to hell from that stuff. And I wasn't exactly perfect, but I did not go I didn't go to hell. I can tell you that much right now. So let's repent doesn't mean keep doing it, especially that. Well, yeah, I hear you. So, which I don't do. Which I don't do. I don't repeat things over and over and over and over again. But one thing it does say is you're allowed to repent as many times as you want. You know, you can repent, and you can keep repenting, and I could, my Bible's not with me. The Bible's in the RV, but I could, bring out a underline section that states where it says the opposite too. I mean, where everything where it says it doesn't, or it says what's going to happen to you, also says God says he'll accept you as you are, and of course that I do know because I died already. I was dead for 20 minutes. So I definitely knew I didn't go to hell for that. I did in 20 minutes. I was not in hell. That for sure I know. That's something I know for sure. So that's the good thing right there. So I can tell you that much. Doesn't mean I hear what you got there, but I could also tell you that I've been dead 20 minutes and brought back. Of course, that's all on record. Especially the hospital that I went to and got right when they found me. That's all on record too. So, but yeah, I mean, how many people get to die and come back? Not too many. Not too many, but there are some. Lots of people are like me, where they die and they come back. God brought me back. You know why He brought me back? Why He brought me back, don't you? So I can go and clean up what I was doing and have all my wash the sins and away and do all the good works of the Lord, which is what I have to do now. That's my job right now, is to do that. So I'm aware of what I have to do, and it's not like it's going to be hard work for me. Of course, everything you do turns out to be hard work, but it's what you put into it, So, but yeah, I don't mind. That's, I know what I believe. I know God does. I know He exists. That I found out. So that wasn't a hard thing to overlook. I saw what happened to me in that little time span. 20 minutes, and there's some kind of scary stuff in there too. But for the most part, it was everything was okay. So. But that's just me. But I don't know what happens to everybody. I can't say for somebody else what happens to them when they die. I don't know. Depends on what they did in their life. You get judged for all the things you've done. You get to see all that. That all becomes before your eyes. Everything you've ever done wrong, you'll see it. So yeah, you got, it's not like, you go to one place and there's levels that you have to earn yourself up to. You start off at one place and have to earn your way up. You just don't all end up in one place and it's all a good place for you. No. But, you'll be in a place that you'll have to earn your way, earn your keep, and like I said, you're gonna have to climb a ladder. Basically, that's what you have to do. See, what I was trying to do, I wasn't just trying to do it to pull evil or good spirits. I was trying to do this to help people that are infested with an evil entity, you know, and being able to help the person get away from it. That's what I was trying. That's what I was basically trying to do. And maybe I guess I could just let it go and not mess with it, and just move on, you know. One for bad, two for good. Gotta keep it clean. Yeah, I mean, there's a don't test the spirits. I'm a medium, you know, that I do know, but it's not that I'm testing them, you know. They know my strength, believe me, and I do have strength. I am protected to the gilt on that one, but I'm not that concerned about it. But like I'm saying, I can keep it straight and narrow from this point on, you know. I could always, that's something you know, God'll take me. I'll just, you know, all I gotta do is just keep working hard at it, you know. How can you be a Christian and a medium? It's just, medium was just something I was born with. It's not something that I just say I am. I've been to a bookstore in Glendale, Arizona, on 57th Avenue, or 57th Drive, I should say. And anyway, I went in to the bookstore, and I was there, and the guy that was a medium came up to me and said, "Hey, you know you have special abilities?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Well, I'm just telling you, you do. You can learn how to use them." I said, "Well," so that's all I was told. So, but you don't think I'm a medium, huh? If you're in Phoenix, Arizona, I could go to the bookstore. I can get the owner, and he'll tell you what I am. That I could do for sure. Wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't think so. Yeah, I could just tell you what the owner, and I know he's a medium for sure. And I know a lady, the one lady I know, she's a medium too, and she knows I'm a medium because she could tell, because she knows. She can sense it. She can sense that there's a difference between myself and, let's say, the guy Paul that was sitting there. He laughs at this stuff. He laughs. I said, "I wouldn't laugh, man. You're the one that played with a Ouija board, you know. And one of your good friends that was in our rock band, what happened to him? What happened to him?" I said, "You tell me what happened to him. Where is he today?" "He's not here." "Why is he not here?" He died, didn't he? Why did he die? You tell me. He died because he played with the Ouija board, okay? That's what took his life. Just remember that. Just remember that. Remember what you did. You did it with him. You're lucky you're still here. You're lucky you're still here, buddy. It could have gone the other way. And believe me, you know, you played with the satanic, you played a satanic role. You played with black magic. You done all that stuff. Just remember that. Don't forget what you've done, because the thing is, you did it already, and there's no turning the clock back on it, too. So just remember that. That's all. He laughed. He just laughed at me. I said, "Well, you can laugh all you want." Cindy's sitting right there. I go, "Cindy, this guy's laughing. What do you think?" I mean, the guy, obviously the guy's possessed because he talks to somebody. He has conversations with somebody that's not there. What does that tell you? I mean, that comes from the Ouija board, that he played with our former lead singer of the band. Yeah. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I have to say. I don't have much more to say. But other than I'll just, keep working hard at what I'm doing. And I'm not doing any sorcery or any black magic or any of that kind of stuff. But have I dealt with spirits? Yeah. But they've dealt with me. It's like they came to me. I didn't go to them, So just saying. You're doing the same thing. Well, doesn't mean I'm doing it right now, does it? Certainly not doing it right this second. And I repent my sins, so I know what happened to me when I died the first time, and I did this stuff, and I still went to heaven, so that I do know. And I've been dead for 20 minutes, and that's on record too. If you want to, don't think you're allowed to look at my medical records, but my doctors are able to look at the medical records. But you could ask my doctors; they'll tell you I was dead for 20 minutes, because they know. Because they've asked me, "What happened to you? What happened to you? What did you experience?" And I said, "What did I experience? A few things. A few things happened, but none of it was bad. Not all of it was good either. Like I said, you'll see all the bad things you've done in your life. You'll see a mirror. You'll see a projector that plays back before you. That's something you will see. Everybody will see. You'll leave your body. You leave your physical body. That's something that'll happen too. You don't you don't stay in your current body. Your soul and yourself leaves the body. That's something that happens too. So in case you want to know what really happens, that's what happened to me. Now, I don't know if it'll happen to you, because I can't speak for you. I can't speak for anybody other than myself. That's the thing, You can only speak for yourself, but you can't speak for anybody else. And what you've done in your life, you'll be judged by God for it. That's one thing you will be. That is everybody. You could read in the Bible; it'll tell you that too. Everything that you've done in your life, God will judge you on it, and then He will make a determination whether you're going to get into where you need to go or not. And that's what will happen there. But up until that time, you're just where you are, and that's it until whatever time, and then you get taken away this time for good. So free will, choose your own destiny. Well, yeah. I guess free will. I guess you choose your destiny as long. Well, I guess you basically, yeah, it's free will, but you don't get to choose to go to heaven. You don't get to choose that. That's something that's earned. It's earned by works. It's all the work that you put into, trying to get to that point. That's another thing you got to consider. It's you got to do a lot of works you got to give God a lot of attention. God needs attention. He demands attention. As much attention as he can get, he wants it. And he'll do everything in his power to get it. Ultimately it's up to God to get you into heaven. It's very hard to get in there. Very hard. You know, money is a root of all evil too. So people with a lot of money, their money is their heaven. Believe me, I know this. I got a friend that's got tons and tons of money, and he's finding that out now. I go, okay, you got all that money, Jim. I mean, you know what God says. You know what God says about all that money you have. You know how hard it is that once you have money, you tend to overpower yourself with that. Hey, I've got all this money. You feel above people. You feel better than people, and that's what he feels. Because I know I could say, I go, Jim, I can honestly tell that you feel like you're better than most people, because you do live in a $1.5 million house. You do have X amount of money. Yeah. So yeah, I understand that. Believe me. I don't have that ability because I don't have that kind of money, guy. But my family does. I don't. Am I entitled to it? No. They took the money. It's theirs. You know, what's theirs is theirs. You know, whatever I have is mine. But, or is it really? Think about it. You know, you can't. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you have here on Earth, because you can take nothing with you when you die. That means your car, your fancy house, all the money. What else? Any physical possessions that are of materialistic value. You don't take that stuff with you. You can't. Most people, like I said, that's why people, they make their heaven on this earth. Let's see, you're in the hospital right now. You can spend time reading what the Bible says, but I don't have a Bible here. But then again, I read what's on the phone. Yeah, I could read, scripture on the phone. But I don't have a physical Bible here, no. I don't always carry a Bible with me everywhere I go. Most people don't. I don't even the most religious people that I've ever been around, I don't see them carrying a Bible, But most of them have that information right in their head. Look at Revelator Phoenix, for instance. He's got all that scripture right in his head. He's like a walking Bible. Revelator Phoenix is. This one's a skilled nursing. I don't think they have that. I've got a dresser drawer here, and there's no Bible in it. A lot of times there is. But yeah, Revelator Phoenix, check him out. He literally is a walking Bible. I am not joking when I say that. Yeah, I will ask him when I see somebody. I don't have anybody right now. There's, my call light, I can push that. It doesn't even work. But when I do physically see, I've seen lots of people walk by. But I'll ask. Yeah, that I will do. You bet I'll do it. So, but I've been on here for 3 hours and 9 minutes, and been on here a long time. But I talked about a lot of different things, and but I'm glad you guys all came in. I appreciate all you guys coming in here. And, you know, what have we got? 11 people. We've had a pretty good amount of people come sliding into the channel tonight. I say sliding. I mean, I think most of the people have been you. And you know, it's a funny thing about YouTube. It's funny because there's a guy that I watch, and he's called the Raccoon Whisperer, and he's a guy. He's about probably 60. I think he's about 68, 69 years old. Let's see. Thanks. Just. Yeah, okay, yeah. He'll like that. He doesn't have that many subs. So he'll take what he can get. Believe me, I will too. You know, how many? I'm just under 1,200 subs. Something like that. But I don't pay that much attention to it anymore. Let's see, I dozed off once. Glad you were still on when I woke up. Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, Janice lives in an interesting place, you know. There's a lot of, I don't know why it is, so much of that stuff that's evil is located in Connecticut. What the heck is with that? I'm just wondering about that. See, a lot of stuff is in Connecticut, and I don't know. I don't have an answer to why that is. Boy, I wish I did have an answer, but I don't. But, you know, the thing is, Connecticut sucks. I mean, I know how evil is, and I know how, you know, demons and spirits, and I know all that stuff. It's just stuff I grew up with as a kid. So, and then, you know, it's just one of those things. You know, I'm sure one time or another, somebody's experienced that just as I have, you know, or, you know, a lot of people have. But then there's that big group of people that just they don't believe in that kind of stuff, you know. They don't believe it. But yeah, I know it to be true. I'll never forget. I mean, there's a reason why somebody calls somebody a boogeyman, you know. Those terms don't come from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? They come from somewhere because somebody experienced it first. And then the word came out, boogeyman, or whatever you want to call it, you know. But oh yeah, it's definitely there. It exists, just like that doll did exist too. The Annabelle doll. Trying to think of it. The guy, what's his name? I forget his first name now. It's been a little bit, but the guy that owns the Warren Museum. His last name's Sperry. I can't remember his first name. I think it might be Stephen Sperry. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, he inherited, you know, all of anything the Warrens had. So, but yeah, he knows all about that stuff, you know. And he's done. He did do one investigation there, only once, and then another group of guys went in there, and there's only been one group. It's only been done twice, and they've kept that thing closed ever since, you know. But it's always closed between 9 and 6 p.m. It's always closed. From what I've read and what I picked up from what's on, you know, through the phone or whatever. But Janice can look into that. Janice is really close to a lot of that stuff, you know. The place where they had the Amityville Horror. I mean, that was that was like the biggest story ever, you know. And I think there's one in England, you know. The England case was really big too. When they went to England, stuff that was pretty huge. But the Annabelle doll, that's a very evil doll, and the doll's been known to move around. That's scary. Pretty scary stuff, you ask me. It's in Long Island, yeah. Yeah, I know somebody that lives in Long Island. What the heck is his name? The drummer for Foghat lives in Long Island. Trying to think of. It's funny. I've been around that band. My cousin was a record producer. He worked for. He was their sound guy for. What was it? Trying to think of the record company. The name of it. God, I can't come up. I'm blank today. I just can't think of anything. Shoot. God, it's right on the end of my tongue. I can't get it out. But anyways, my cousin was their sound guy, so he did all the stuff when they went in the recording studio and recorded all the music and stuff. He was their sound engineer basically, and did that just for that band, just for Foghat. So, and he was their stage manager too, and he did that when they went on tour. And so, God, what the hell was his name? Dave Peverett was the singer, and the bass player was Greg McGregor was the bass player, original. And then the drummer was, can't believe I'm forgetting his name. But he's the only one, well, Greg McGregor's still alive, but he's got leukemia. And then the drummer's still alive. So 50% of the band's still there. Dave Peverett died, and Roger, what the hell is his name? The slide guitar player, he died. He walking down into his basement and fell down the steps and broke his neck and died. So that was Roger. Anyway, I learned how to play guitar from him. Anyway, he taught me a lot. Anyway, that's how I got into music and guitar, is by being around him when they went on tour when they did the I'm blank again. The Tight Shoes tour, Tight Shoes, when they came out with Tight Shoes album. That I went with the band for about 3 months. Went to Tucson. I was in Phoenix. I was in Seattle, Washington, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, Los Angeles, California, San Diego. Can't remember the place in San Diego they played. But yeah, I went to just those places, just along the West Coast for a few months. It was quick. So yeah, I was on their tour bus. It was interesting, man. It was interesting, being a little kid, and they put a guitar in your hand, teaching you chords. I was, and I'll never forget it. It's just something that sticks in your mind all the time. So, but yeah, and then my cousin Jim, he did all their stuff, And then he got out of the music industry, and I couldn't even tell you. I'm sure he don't do anything. He had like 5 kids, He had 5 kids at the age of 50. He got married at the age of 50 and had 5 kids. His wife was in the early 30s, or in her early 30s. So yeah, Dave Peverett. Roger Earl. The drummer, Roger Earl's his name. Roger Earl, the drummer from Foghat, the original drummer, lives in Long Island. Yeah, he lives, I think, where's Sandy Hook? But I was trying to think of, Sandy, where Sandy Hook is in relation to Long Island. Where is that? Janice, you know? Do you actually know that? Let's see. But yeah, the Amity house is in Long Island, but there's nothing wrong with the house now. The house is perfectly normal. Just like any other house. Just like anything would be, But it's just, there was just really bad stuff that happened there. See, I graduated with a guy who has a 7-year-old. Yeah, see, I know somebody that just had a little baby too. She's 62 years old, 61. She just had a brand new baby at 61 years old. How about that? How do you hear that? You don't hear that every day, do you? That's something you don't hear. Sandy Hook. I heard about Sandy Hook. I heard a lot, that one hurricane really struck hard in Sandy Hook. Today there was yesterday there was an earthquake in northern Arizona. Flagstaff actually had an earthquake. Yeah, Flagstaff did. Let's see, and we are 70 years old. I'm 60. I just turned 60, so. Yeah, I mean, any time from this point on, I mean, I'm basically looking at, I don't know, just think, Eddie Van Halen died at the age of 65, I mean, a lot of people die in their 60s. Look at Tom Petty. Tom Petty died, 60-something years old? I think 63? I don't think he got much over 60. As far as I can shake a stick. When did Tom Petty die? Janice, you know? Let's see. Trying to see if you know when Tom Petty died. How old he was. I think he might have been 66. I think that's what I heard, I'm not sure. Can't be 100% on that one. Yeah, if I were out there, I'd go out, I'd love to, meet you and go out to dinner, or something, It'd be an experience going out to Connecticut, that's for sure. No doubt about that. I don't know. I'm a bit down. I don't want to go back. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just looked this stuff up on Google anyway. So many went early. It's a lot of people die younger. A lot of people. I got 3 friends. 3. Well, I have to call them. I don't know why I called these people friends. They're just. It was basically a waste of my time. It's like I wasted 38 years with these people. And then you ask yourself, why did you hang with these people for so long? Because I had a couple break off. And then I had 1, 2, 3 people that I know die in their middle 50s. Yeah, middle 50s. How about that? One of them was 58 when he died. The oldest one that died was 58. The other one was 55. But still, think about it. Think about, you're dying in your 50s. You shouldn't be. You're young in your 50s, right? That's what they tell you. Anybody in the medical field tells me that. I had them tell me that today when I was in here. The lady runs this place. She goes, 60? Damn, you're young. You're just a youngster at 60. I go, I don't think it, I don't look at it that way.
Hi.
Yeah,
Can I get your titles?
yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking to people on my YouTube channel.
I'll be quick.
I'm just, one lady lives in Connecticut. And I go, you live where all the evil houses are, man. Like the trying to think, the Warren museums.
Haunted ones?
Huh?
The haunted ones?
Yeah, they're all haunted.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they had so many things that they picked up that they just ran out of room, you know?
Oh, wow.
Then the actual house they lived in, they didn't have the museum there. The museum had to be separate from the house. It got bad sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Too many things were happening around the house
That's scary.
that weren't good, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you get an adult Raggedy Ann doll that moves around, you know?
I couldn't do that.
It's hard to believe this stuff, but, you know, it's stuff
It
that
happens, yeah.
there's no doubt it happened. It's like, and somebody says, well, if you play with that stuff, then you're playing with sorcery, and you're not gonna, you can't go to heaven if you. But you know, I don't think that, I don't believe that the Warrens went to hell.
Yeah.
You know, they're helping people. I mean, anything I did, I was trying to help somebody. It wasn't the intent to play with sorcery. It was to help somebody through something that they don't know what that they're dealing with, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, but some people don't just, you know, there'll be a lot of people who disagree with me on it. Somebody said, well, ask for a Bible if you see somebody. Why is there not a Bible there? I don't know if you guys keep a Bible in the drawers. It doesn't seem like, you know, I don't know.
Here?
Huh?
Here?
Yeah.
I know they have them, but I don't know if they have them put away or if they might be in the sunshine room where all the books are.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having a Bible. It'd just give me something to read, you know.
Yeah.
I read a lot from I read a lot from the phone, but yeah, still. Yeah, there we go. I asked the person. She said she probably could come up with one. I said, okay, all right. You can come up with one. I'll certainly grab it and I'll read from it or read it, you know. And that's just something I could read over and over. It's just like a movie I could watch over and over again, you know. Let's see, let's see what we got. What we got. Joni Portwood's in here. We got Janice in here. I guess we're still on. I don't see any reason why. It says I'm out of space. I get that, but I think when you're doing a live video, this space goes into cloud. It doesn't go into your SD card, as far as I know. I said I can't catch all of it. Let's see. You know, like I said, I haven't been on YouTube that much, you know, lately. It's just whenever I feel like it, you know, I get like tonight I had a feeling, okay, let's do a live video. I didn't feel like this to do it in the RV, but yeah, I feel like I do it in this room for whatever reason, but it is what it is. So, but in any case, but you know, it'd be good to meet up with some people, you know. You know, get a hold of some new groups of people, you know. And yeah, especially, you know, out of the RV. I gotta get that thing on the road and get rolling, you know. And everybody's trying to get out and get rolling right about now. Anybody on YouTube is trying to do that. There's some people I don't care to meet, you know, that are out there. It's just I don't care to meet them, you know. Just, you know, one of those things. Who do you want now? There's some interesting people out there. I mean, a lot of you like to cover the, what do you call them? The tribe people, the ones that call themselves the tribe. Then there's, you got the original tribe. Original tribe to me is Destination Open Road. Aja would be the other one. What's the other guy? Trying to think of the other guy that's with hanging out with him now. Can't think of his name. He's got a dog. He's got a dog too, and then there's Graham Cracker. There's Dave's RV Life. Living Free Mike. Is he part of the tribe? I don't recall him being part of the tribe. The original tribe. Jimmy. What the hell is this? What does he call himself? Jimmy something. I can't come up with it. But yeah, he's definitely a part of. He's part of that group. There's another guy that was part of them too, but he's not around. I can't come to think of his name. But anyway, that dude didn't like me. I met him. I met him at a campfire, actually. It's funny because I caught on fire at the Wandering Jimmy. Yeah, I caught on fire at the 2018 RV thing. God, I'm blank tonight. God, what the hell's his name? The big dude, the guy that runs the whole show. RTR. I got to kind of think of his name. I can't come up with his name. But yeah, it was at the rubber tramp rendezvous. I still got my sticker on the 2018 sticker on the back of my RV. Still there. It hasn't been taken off. Bob Wells, that's it. Stole the name out of my mouth. But yeah, him, and I met him originally in 2018, going to the RTR, actually. I didn't even know where it was. I mean, I was at the right place. I was at a gas station, Chevron gas station, as you get off I-10. And I pulled off, and my antenna, somebody told me my antenna was blowing up in, it's called a bat antenna. So anyways, the thing was up in the air, actually. It was up about a half a foot. So I had to basically put it down. First of all, I had to get it in the right direction because it was leaning into my solar panel. You're talking, this is when I can walk. I can get up and just do things, and freaking crazy. But anyway, Bob Wells, he's behind me, and I'm blocked from a semi-rig. So I talked to Bob Wells. I said, "Hey, Bob." I said, "Hey, Bob." And he's like, he looked at me, he came right over, and he goes, "Hey, what can I do for you?" I said, "Well, you know what? If you could come up here on the roof, I need to tie this thing down, but I can't do it. It's going to take two people. So if you could come up here, I appreciate it." So he came up and he helped me get it tied off. Yeah, I actually didn't have enough rope. So he had extra rope. So he brought the extra rope up there. We roped it down, got it all tied down. And then I told him, I said, "Hey, Bob, you know what? I don't know where the actual RTR thing is. I know it's in this area. I just don't know exactly where it is in this area." So he says, "Follow me. I'll guide you right to it." So anyway, he guides me. I follow him, and I even got a video of him, but who knows? Somehow it got deleted. I don't have it still on any of my videos. I wish it was, because that was certainly a classic, to get him in there. I mean, that was before anybody was... Matter of fact, that year, 2018, is when they filmed that movie, the movie shot scenes that were out there for that movie that they shot, Nomadland. Yeah, that's what they actually shot movie. They took the movie shots from 2018 out there, and I was actually behind Bob Wells when the fire was going because there was a big, big gathering around, and I stood behind. I was at the campfire, and I was standing up, and and I didn't have any idea that they were filming out there. I seen lots of cameras and stuff like that, but that, people were just, a lot of YouTubers, I figured it was just YouTube people, There's a couple big cameras. They weren't that big, but they're pretty good sized cameras. Not like the big gigantic ones you see. But yeah, there was a guy filming behind me, actually, and I thought, well, okay, he's just making a YouTube video. Didn't think anything of it. And I watched the movie, and there I am, standing right behind Bob Wells. I got a beard, and that was me. It's like, wow, I'm in nomad land. I didn't get paid for it. They didn't ask people, to gather around or whatever. We were just gathering around a campfire. It's funny. They may have asked people, but I kind of creeped up on and got into the thing, and I didn't know what like I said, I didn't know what the hell. I just was just hanging out, just joining in with the crowd. I saw Bob Wells. I thought, well, that's cool. I go, hey, Bob. I said hi to him. I said, hey, I remember the guy you helped me tie off the bat, thing, for the antenna. And he goes, yeah, I remember you. I gave him my name. I think I gave him a sticker, too. So he may have one of my stickers, which is a white one, It's kind of like weird looking sticker that I made like 300 of them, I wasn't impressed with the way the guy made them, but because I needed ink with it, and I only got white, and I think I should have got like 2 different colors, but then again, that was all cost, so that's why I didn't do it. But yeah, it was interesting. All that stuff, kind of worked its way through and around. But you see, we got people, a lot of people. There's a lot of this place where people that work here really work hard. It's one thing I can say. They move, they walk fast, and they work. It's not something. I used to do that too. In my younger days, I was 30 years old, 20 something. I just try to bust my freaking. I always thought I had to work super hard, not. When it came down to it, I should just took my time. Because none of that stuff matters, Look back at it now, it's like, what does it mean? Nothing. What did it get me? Where did it get me? Nobody cares, What it all comes down to, nobody cares. It's one thing I've found out in life. Including my own family that I grew up with, which we were really separated in a lot of ways. None of us got along. It's one thing I knew about my family. 2 sisters, never got along with them. 2 brothers, never got along with them. So yeah, we were basically, I don't know, maybe I guess we were like most American families, just outcasts. Not even realizing it, It's like, well, what did it really get us, I look back and think about all that now, and I'm like, wow, what a biggest waste of time. There's just so many different ways I could have done things differently, and I didn't do it, or just didn't. I guess I was just like anybody else, just trying to. I was just wondering why things were the way they were. It just seemed weird or odd to me, growing up, And I was just wondering if everybody just like myself were thinking the same things. I didn't know what they were thinking, but whatever it was what it turned out to be, So, but Joni Portwood, did you make it out there to the 2018 RTR? I don't know if you made it out there or not. I don't know if Janice did either. You guys are pretty far from it, but me, I've always been in Arizona, so it's been something that's not that far, 2.5 hour drive away. So let's see, what does Joni say? What's Janice say? Yeah. I think it's time to close it out. I think everybody's tired. What do you think, man? Let's go ahead and close it out. It's about 3 hours, 40 minutes, and 3 seconds. Shut her down. I'll do another video another time. Let's see, I've never been out. Well, okay, never been out west. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you had been or if you were or weren't, you know. But now I see it, you haven't. I just wasn't sure if you. Just tell me I used up all my memory, which a lot of text on this thing needs to be deleted. So let's see. Yeah, I got to watch them. Yeah, all right. Well, let you guys go. I'm gonna let all you guys go, and yeah, it'd be great if like Joni could, you know, get out west and yeah, you get your vehicle going, your truck. You know, now's the time to do it. I'm certainly working on getting out there myself, though it doesn't look like it here, but yeah, I'd like to make it out there. I was out there last time. Didn't stay out there for very long. My foot was not in good shape, so I'm trying to get my foot in better shape than it was last year, I guess. You know, it's funny. I had this thing healed up. So, but anyway, we'll work on getting it the rest of the way healed up. It should, like, maybe a week after this, after I get out of here, maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks, it should be completely healed up. So, all right, guys, let me close it out with you guys. Appreciate all you guys coming in, as usual. You know, we get the usual people show up here, so which is good. So anyway, the only person I don't have here is the lady from England, but you know, I can't remember what was her name. Oh, what the hell was her name? You guys remember her name? The lady from England. God, I can't believe it. I'm being just blank today. Man, my brain is just not operating. Judith, but no, it wasn't Judith. She got blocked from here. I mean, I actually blocked her because she was just a pain, a royal pain to deal with. She was negative the whole time. But no, there's another lady. I just cannot, for the like of me, come up with her name. But she probably just kind of gave up on the channel because I haven't been on, you know, in the longest time. You know, it'll come to me. Right now, I just can't come up with it. But yeah, it'll just hit me all at once. You know, boom. Okay, that was her name. But yeah, I can't remember all the names. It's just it gets to be pretty difficult to remember everybody. But geez, it was an easy name too. It's pretty simple. The Queen today the Queen had her funeral today. That's what went on today. That was the biggest news that went on today, I think. So, as far as I can tell, you know. As far as I can tell. With my my Barrel English. There it is. Barrel English. There we go. That's just takes one word and then the other word comes right after it. Thank you, Dennis the Menace, for that. You woke up my brain, my dead brain tonight. Yeah, so anyway, we got to close it out. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in. definitely thank Mr. Dennis, the Menace, for coming up with Barrel's last name, or first name, excuse me. Yeah, and then the last one happens to be English, which is, like I said, it was an easy one because it's from England. You know, like I said, she's from England. She's from the pond. They call it the pond. Yeah, I don't do a very good English accent. I could do a better Texas accent than I can an English one. But anyway, I gotta somehow get a hold of Mr. Ding Dong that's got all my stuff, like my computers and all that. I need my stuff back. He thought I was probably gonna die, so he took all my good stuff and just thinks it's his now. No, it's not. $3,500 camera is not his. No, GoPro's not his. Yeah, I can imagine.
I called him, but he didn't answer.
Imagine how he thinks he's taking my stuff. My $400 laptop computer. Yeah, I can only imagine what he thinks. Yeah, he's just thinking he's gonna get away. He just thought I was gonna die, and I got all this good stuff. So he said, okay, I got inside. See, he takes food too. That's the other thing he does, which is no good. I mean, it's not something you should do. I wouldn't do it to him. I would certainly hope he would do it to me, but I know he has. I've seen the stuff he's got in his place, and a lot of it's mine. I go, hey, well, it's funny, you got my stuff, but you didn't pay for it. I mean, you couldn't take it, you couldn't get, well, yeah, but no. Okay, we got to close it out because this thing wants to shut down anyway. So we'll catch you guys later. Okay, guys, we're going to close it out in about 3 seconds. Okay, so 1001. 1002 and 1003. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. Okay, bye.